Oh my goodness. Wow.
He might call.
Wow. Welcome everyone to the GG Millions pregame show. Jeff Gross alongside Steve Enriquez in the building. The Spanish Jeff Gross, he said his nickname is. I love that. That's hilarious. He's a legend. We got him here. We got to connect in the Bahamas. He does do this in Spanish on his own channel. You can give him a follow on YouTube and his socials as well. But Steve, thank you for taking the time today. Pleasure to have you and some Spanish speaking crushers today at the table. We're gonna have a fun one. How are you?
It's a pleasure to be here, Jeff. Thanks a lot for the invite, and hopefully Juan Pardo can take it down today. Otherwise, I will go with Joao, or okay, let's go for the Yuri. I will take those.
Okay, you got some good picks. Save them for later because we're gonna have our dinner wager at the end with the GG in-client betting odds, and we can take a look quickly at Steve's profile here. He has over $1 million in live earnings, some 200K plus. Score, also GG Ambassador. He's got second place in the GG Masters, and he is the Road to Vegas winner. We'll talk about that and more today, but we got a lot to cover. We got some excellent players, about 10 GG Million titles amongst them, as well as almost 100 million on GG Poker and earnings alone. We're going to get to profile and take a look at all those players, but let's see a look at the winning hand from last week. My man, Mike Watson, podcast guest, friend, I was mentioning, I was in his wedding, at his wedding in Greece, and he just popped up out of nowhere and just won it. He just came out of nowhere, took it down in a very entertaining final table last week. Let's take a look at that winning hand. His third, it says third win, although he says his first, so there might be a clarification. We got to get that correct, but we know he won at least one, as we will see here. King Deuce suited, pretty straightforward call. Steve, what do you think there? King Deuce suited for the all-in, not a ton of big blinds. He does call and he is behind.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a standard call, and Romasca was pretty short, so standard.
Well, he hit the deuce on the flop, head running hearts, got a king though on the river. That would seal it. That would be our champion on the third show of the 2025 season one. Again, going to be 2 seasons for the GG Millions. We're going to talk about that. We're going to have some giveaways for the audience, as well as some prizes for the ranking leaderboard for the players. We'll take a look at that as well. But there you go. See Mike Watts get that first. Mike Watson take it down. The all-time list, Artur Mortarisian, 11 titles. Steve, who do you have on this list that is the best? Who do you think here? Who's the best, most impressive player? Okay, he's got 11 titles. Your friend, the guy Juan Pardo, there, is he right in the running for that? How do you compare Juan Pardo to some of these other guys here?
To be honest, it's a matter of time. I think Juan Pardo will be at the top very soon, so probably this year, because now he's studying a lot and he's still developing his game, but he's one of the best poker players in the world.
Yeah, he's always a fixture here. We see him very frequently. You can see he also does have 4 titles, as he is the number 2 there in earnings for GG Million. Pretty impressive stuff. We'll go ahead and see how he does today, see if he can tack on that very elusive 5, put him in a new category of titles today. We'll see if he's got his work cut out. Some great players. We're going to look at those today as well. Let's go to our next bit of info here. You can see the season. We have got 3 titles so far. This is the 4th one up for grabs. This is the first part of season 2025. There will be 2. So at the moment, you can see Mike Watson does shoot up there with prize money, also 1 title. He has got himself a win there, and he is your new current leader for the season in terms of earnings. So pretty impressive stuff. And again, big names as we expect on this list, and it will change today very likely with some players looking to etch their names into the history book. So let's go ahead and break it down. What are we playing for today? What do we got? We have got ourselves a loaded final 9 and a big payout, 390. Everyone getting over 55 grand. 9th place will take that, and you can see that heads up match is going to be almost about $85,000. No deal making as we play to a winner. Hope everyone is doing well. Please tell us where you're from and where you're watching from. We will have giveaways for you. You can go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. That will be the first part of the giveaway, and I will put a Twitter tweet out on my Twitter for 50 cash as well. So we'll have 3 giveaways for you today. Going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to break down our final table players. So here is number 9, Space 411. He has not won. He has had 28 final tables. That is absurd. Like, he is there. He's constantly in the mix. We've seen him, I think, heads up a few times where he's had some battles and it could have gone either way, but can he get it done, man? That's a lot. Like, listen, it's hard to win, but 28 final tables at some point, you would just think you would get one done. Whether you're running bad, okay, not playing, like whatever. He's there. And now, though, he's got his work cut out because he is the shortest stack with 15 blinds. How familiar are you with this player, Space 411?
I know him very well because we've been covering all the final tables in the past. And to be honest, he's a bit tight compared to the top guys. So that's why maybe he's not fighting for the top spots. So it's going to be a tough one today for him.
Well, they say a man can't go broke making a small profit. I'll tell you what, on 28 final tables, he cashes 46 of those times, 30%. Pretty impressive resume. Needs that title, though. Wants it. I know he wants it. Today, going to be harder, though, as he is in ninth. But we'll go to our next player, Mark Radoja. This guy, again, 2 World Series bracelets. He has 2 wins here as well. He beat me heads up for a World Series bracelet in the shootout, 5K 2011. Pretty emotional hand. Whatever. I'm not, no one likes to hear bad beat stories. It was all in, it was close, and he got the job done, as we say. Sometimes, it hurts, but I always root for him. Great player, great guy, and he has been in this tournament a lot of times. 173 appearances with 2 wins, 24 final tables, over 10 million in GG earnings. That is a lot, and that is something we're going to see a theme today with almost 100 million in earnings amongst the players. So Mark Radoja, someone who's capable, plays a lot of heads up, really tough player, 17 blind, short stack. Tell me about Mark. How familiar are you with him?
I know him. I've seen him in many final tables as well. Of course, he's a tough guy, but today he has a really tough job to do because I think that the top 5, top 6 is probably one of the toughest final table of the year.
It is. It's just a treat. We got personalities, we got names, we got guys from all different parts of the world and all kinds of style of play. So that is going to see if Mark can get it done again. A little bit of a tougher task today with 17 big blinds. Number 7, Joao Vieira. This guy is an absolute monster. He is a guy, you can't count him out anywhere at the final table. Does not have a win in the GGMillion. I know how competitive he is. He's also been on my podcast, got to get into his mind, talk to him a bit. He's so competitive. He does so much. He's just a student of the game. He takes everything and looks at it, breaks it down. 136 appearances, 20 final tables and no win, 25 big blinds, a little different than our 9th and 8th place stack. Has a chance, but definitely his work cut out. And he has also taken second recently, that 2024 Triton Main 100K. Pretty impressive score there. He is an absolute crusher live and online. 16 million earnings here on the GGMillion. Tell me about Joao Vieira. I believe Portugal, correct? Although hailing that Brazilian flag, sometimes where you reside and where you live or where you're born, it's not always going to match up. People travel around and set up shop in different places. Also Portuguese speaking. Tell me about Naza, this man right here. How dangerous is he?
For me, he's one of the 5 best players in the world right now. So I will consider him as one of the favorites for tonight's show. But I know it's like 7th position, but I think it's a total menace. So they must be careful with Joao.
Yeah, Joao's got over 12 million in live earnings, a $2.5 million cash. And that is, it's nice to have out of all. If you go on the Head Mob, you look at his results and you look at his whole career, he's played so many tournaments. He has 265 live cashes. That's cashes. Think about how many tournaments he's played. But out of all those cashes, all those results, guess what? His last recorded score is his largest of that entire career. That is a nice thing to have, right? Like just to have your best score be your last to close out the year. $2.6 million score, legend of the game. And going to be fun to watch him today as we'll see if he can get his first GGMillion win. I know he wants that to put on his resume as well. All right, the next man, it does seem like the highlight reel. It's almost like an invitational. You got Yuri, 17 million in earnings, 4.5 of those on GGMillion, 3 wins, 27 final tables. He has made a lot of appearances here. He also is one of the most talented players, not just in Brazil, in the world. Friend of mine, also been on my podcast and a legend. So happy to see him here, starting out the year with a bang and a regular on the show. Tell me about Yuri. How tough is he?
For me, it's also one of my favorite players in the world, considering that I'm taking out the Spanish guys. But Yuri, it's an insane player because he dominates all the mixed games, the hold'em, and it's incredible. If you see him in Vegas, he's playing always weight events, but he's always the best in the table. So completely crazy, this guy. Very good player.
Crazy also is pretty impressive against some of the names of Akari and Felipe Mojave. Of course, Marcelo Aziz was just a guest on the show, took second from the free roll on GG for 4.6 million in the Bahamas. He is number 1 by almost 2 million in earnings in the very popular, amazing country of Brazil. He is the number 1 all time with 7 million in live earnings as well. So just a absolute, can't say enough about Yuri, and just one of the guys that people regard in the highest light. So just crazy. I know there's a lot of Brazilian fans out there. Boa tarde, prazer, minha esposa brasileira, and I am a Brazilian fan. So a lot of guys I'm rooting for today, but this is one that I definitely hope he does well. But again, it's star-studded. It feels like an invitational. We got to go next. It just keeps going. It feels like, I don't want to say better and better, but here we go. 26 million in GG earnings. There's your guy, Juan Pardo Dominguez. 4 wins, 29 final tables, 26 million on GG Poker. Yes, there are other poker sites in the world. There are a few. I hate to say that it's true. Not better, but there are others, and that is just on GG earnings alone, plus live. It's just insane. Tell me about him. What's his superpower? What does he do so well?
What can I say? Now, I think for me, with Adrian Mateos, Juan is the best player in the world, and he was also the biggest winner in GG Poker in 2024. He shared this on Twitter. I'm rooting for him. That's everything I can say today. We're gonna have fun with him.
Well, I tell you what, he's number 3 in the Spain all-time list, just crossing over Carlos Mortensen. 13.8 million in live earnings. Also up there, Sergio Edu, who's been on a complete heater with 21 million, and then Adrian Mateos, 52 million in earnings. So pretty got a little bit of work to do to catch that in the Spain all-time list, but he is working hard and he is putting the time in and constantly showing us results live and online. We'll see how he fares today. But this man, we got to go to the next guy, Tony Lin, Lady Gaga. This man is he's just a legend. He is truly someone you just love to be with. I was just playing with the Bahamas. He actually knocked me out of the 10K PLO and the money. He plays a lot of hands and he somehow had aces and I was short and whatever. That was it. But he knocked me out in the PLO. He had a couple, I believe, final tables and really good runs. He's also just seems like everywhere. There's a big tournament, he's there. There's a big tournament online, he's there. He travels the globe, does what he loves, and he is one of the, I would put him back sort of like the early days of poker. Just a guy, like, just a joy to be with. He's fun, he's entertaining. He just has a good time and really makes it enjoyable for everyone at the table. So Tony Lin, he has got 5 final tables, no win today. Have you played with Ren Lin? Have you played with him live?
Many times. I wish we could put him a camera and a microphone here so we could listen him through the live stream.
Yes, I think that would be a really, that would be interesting if we could actually cut that in for like a live watch him, or do like where they do the thing, you can do the video and kind of get a look into what's going on with him. That would be, I would approve that. He is number 2 in China all time, 14 million in earnings for the live streets, and he is looking on to get to be number 1. And are you familiar with him? Are you familiar with his game and what he has done in China? Do you understand the 21 million? Do you know why? The only one with more earnings than him was that Triton Million back in, was it 2019? I think I was did that commentary, and it was with Bring Kinney won, but technically Aaron Zhang won, right? Mm-hmm. That's the only one with more earnings than this man. That was in one shot that he got that 21 million. So he is literally right there as the kind of the I would say the hottest, the most active and relevant within China too. So again, we're playing, this is world poker, and we have the best of the country, top 3, top 2, number 1, number 2 in the country, in their respective massive countries. So pretty incredible stuff we're getting to see today. And it does seem something's got to give. It's like, how does it work? Because they can't all win and they can't all get top 3. Something's got to happen. We'll see who goes for it, who sits back. But that is your guy trying to get his first GG Million today title, 4 million of earnings on GG. All right, that's enough for Ren Lin. Let's go to the next man here, who is a force as well. Phil Hellmuth. I was actually playing poker with Phil Hellmuth last night here in Miami, and randomly, and he was just doing a video I saw on his Instagram like yesterday in Vegas with Jesse Lanis, and giving him his flowers as he deserves. He got some big awards, and Ben just sort of seems like winning everything or deep in everything live. Love to have Jesse on the show. Love to have anyone who's at the final table on the show, guys. Please reach out. Again, Steve, we got to connect in person and come on. A lot of requests were backed up for the GG Million, but all these players would love to have on as a show, and Jesse as well, man. Gotta say, give him his credit. He is playing out of his mind. Just seems like he finds a way to the final table, to the end every time. What is Jesse doing so well?
He's playing insanely in live games, but not also in live poker. He's now in the biggest online tournament of the season. So hopefully he can show the guys that he's in the top and he's a top player. This is a guy to be careful with.
Well, I can tell you that he wants this win. He hasn't played as much. You can see already, because I believe it is American, right? So he's traveling, or when he can play, he plays, but only 14 appearances in the GG Millions, 1.4 million in earnings here. So again, this is only 2 final tables. This is like, he just has been here. Let's see if he can finish it off today. He's in a striking position on that podium stance, third currently, 73 big blinds, a lot to play with. Excited to get to see him today on here. It's been a long time since I can remember watching him on one of these, and we're going to get to see a hand actually from Sunday from our top 3. We'll get to see all 3 of those players. Let's take a look here at the stage. 10K, 20K, King Jack off. He is in the mix with the the cutoff. So King Jack off.
Yeah.
See if it folds to him. Definitely a hand worth playing. And okay, well, he gets a raise in front. So again, not a mandatory spot to play here, but he does cover, and he covers everyone behind him. So let's see if he wants to get aggressive. If he wants to, I would imagine he'll 3-bet or fold. Since it's a highlight, we'll go with 3-bet, right? Not going to show us him folding to a min raise. He does 3x to 120. Again, this is a hand, not a mandatory spot, but this shows you a little look into his game, willing to go for it, take hands, take spots, and he does go to work here, 3xing with King Jack off, covering by a good bit this opponent.
Yeah, it's a nice move here. I think the sizing could be a little bit smaller, but it's fine because he's covering all the table. Big word, really good player though. Also, this table is full of good players.
Yep, he is gonna go ahead and all right. These are fun. These are fun when it's like, you know, you flop the straight, you flop trips, flop King Jack. It's less exciting. Here we go. He's got the Ace-6-4, no club in his hand, and he is in position. Let's see how he constructs this hand. I think we're gonna get to see a little bit of a glimpse of what he is capable of and what he does. And here he goes. He's gonna come in betting, goes small, very inviting for 65K, yeah, but you know, if you got 8s or any like king queen suited even or something, you don't like this. So let's see what happens. He is going to bet small and just picks it up. So he does run out the running King Jack, which would have, I'm sure, been good considering the board, how his opponent just folded there. But again, nice hand. He just shows he's not afraid, and then he does go with small bet size, picks it up there, chips up to 1.5. And just to look at this stage of the tournament, you can see his stack size, how dominant it is. He's not in there. He's not short. He's not kind of around. He's powerful. He has chips. Kind of gives you that Adamo vibe when he plays. That he just comes in and is command when he's deep and gets chips. He's not squeaking in to the money. He usually comes in pretty healthy and powerful. So there is a hand from Jesse Lanis, and then we'll go to Barak Wisbrod. This man also, who is a regular here. He finally got the win. I remember that last year that he took that down, and he has got 13 million in GG earnings. A absolute crusher. Plays some of the highest stakes in the world, just really friendly as well. I play with him at the World Series this year, and he is going to be in second position today. Let's take a look at the hand he played from Sunday. And Jesse, I don't want to mess up what the word, but he's got 14 million in earnings now, and he is number 2 in the global poker ranking, the index all time, which is, you know, pretty. I mean, currently the current ranking of and guess who's number 1, by the way? Do you happen to know who's number 1?
Not sure right now.
I'll give you a hint. He's at the table.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we got the number 1 and 2 currently ranked tournament players in the world today, which is a treat. It's Tony Lin. Ren Lin is your number 1 in the world currently player. I mean, he puts a lot of volume. He's been getting good results, and that is pretty exciting to see that, as well as I mentioned, I didn't realize, honestly, Jesse, I know he's on a heater, but I didn't realize he has 14 million in earnings because he's younger and he's kind of broken onto the scene. His biggest score, 2.3 million. But yeah, he is in absolute great form too. So yeah, this is going to be, I mean, just crazy stats, numbers, rankings. We got it all today.
Yo, Jeff, I have a good story with Barak. As you mentioned, Mark won you a bracelet and the heads up. I won Barak in a live event in a big high roller in Cyprus. So I got our revenge, but against Barak, not against Mark.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, good. I'm glad someone's winning. That's important. Yeah, it's winning is nice. It's like the Super Bowl. It's hard to get there. You know, you don't know when you're going to be back. You don't know what's going to happen. And you know, it's nice to actually get the win, get the trophy. As we see here, we see two of the best, Joao and Barak, battling both with healthy stacks. Barak does have a modest top pair, King 7-5, 2 clubs. He has position. See, he is going to go, wow. I mean, this is what impresses me too about him is like, he's like, sure, he goes for value. This is the hand you wouldn't expect such a big bet on the flop. There's hands you're losing to, right? King Jack, King Queen. There's some other type of hands you could have, but he just goes for a huge bet, gets called. And again, the dynamic, two guys that understand each other so well. They know kind of how they play, and there's, I'm sure, mutual respect, but also a bit of intel and what is capable of. And he does call there. And let's see now on the river on the King 7-5 deuce deuce. Is he really going to go for value here after he gets called twice?
That big sizing in the turn, maybe a check back here, but let's see, because maybe he thinks that Joao will call down with the worst hand.
Wow.
Not afraid. I mean,
see, this is why I feel safer on the mic a lot of the time. Cause like, listen, I played a lot of poker. I feel comfortable. I feel good. But like this is on this, when I get called, go for 2 streets, big bet turn, shove for value on the river here. Like I would just not make this play, right? I would be like, all right, I'm happy. 2 street hand, do lose to a few hands, probably not getting called, right? There's like 6-8 suited. There's club draws. There's some draws that, you know, wouldn't call anyway. So like to go for it, to think that you're going to value bet against a 7 or a weaker king, or even like a 5X here, just shows you the style of play, that he is able to play big pots. He does get called, and they do. I was wondering, wait, I said, this looks like it's past the rebuy period. How is there a call and he's still in, or how that worked? But there you go. And to have those chips, that's the hand. He does call King 10 suited, and that was a chop pot, but a very interesting hand. That was exciting. A big pot we get to see from our second place deck. All right, let's go to the man Ding Bao, who is here, and he is representing a 3.7 in GG earnings and no wins. He is chip leader today, looking to get his first title. Are you familiar with Ding? Have you watched his game much? Do you know much about him?
I played him live as well in Europe, and I've seen him in a few final tables here in the GGMillions, but I've been playing with him many times in GG, so he's a really good player. I think he's from China, probably. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's from China.
So yeah, China. It does register on under China, and he does have 11.9 million, just behind Tony Lin, who is here for 14. So again, we have the #1 Brazil all-time leader. We have like #3 Spain. We have #2 and 3 China. We have it's just absurd. Joao Vieira as well. Like it's literally the stacked of stacked final tables. Just absolutely crazy day today. So we're gonna take a look at a hand from Ding Bao, who has been on a heater and also been playing a very strong brand of poker. He himself is ranked on the Global Poker Index #35, and also was in the Bahamas having a nice run there. I think, I played in the PLO. He got 4th in the 10K, and he also cashed the 100K pot limit Omaha. So likes PLO. Similar to Jesse Lanis, plays big, plays both, and this is both of the main games that are right now, and he's dangerous battling here with Michael Adamo, another name that it really, I mean, is it true the Champions League? That seems right. What other tournament is even close to the GGMillion? There's just nothing. It's just a 10K weekly, the biggest, the best stars battling. It's just unbelievable.
Well, this hand seems like a defend. Probably sometimes you can just jump, but I like the defend, and let's see, because Michael is very aggressive.
Yes, agree. And he gets middle pair with a blocking straight against an aggressive player. Definitely okay flop. A little scary though. Could definitely get be sucked in and not have the best hand as well. And it's gonna start out here. Let's see, with the call. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what does Michael now. Always, he likes to bet a lot. Well, I think he's gonna call down at least till the river, and he will decide there, right? I don't see Ding jamming here.
Yeah, let's see. King Jack. I mean, yeah, it seems to make sense to call. And then now the river. It's actually interesting because, yeah, you improve, but there's also some hands that do improve too, or that you're still losing to. So a check seems reasonable. Probably check the side and likely check call. Although, it's not a lovable spot. You're not like fist pumping, but against someone so capable, you also don't have a spade in your hand. Can matter. But all right. So wow. What do you think here? I mean, I guess it's a highlight hand. Likely going to call. He has 2 pair against an aggressive player, but he could fold and still have a stack, right? So we don't know, but let's see. What do you think Adamo has? Oh, there you go.
Oh, right. I was gonna tell you like a small pocket pair maybe, because he can have even from 3s to whatever he wants.
For sure.
So,
well played by Dingbao. Well played. Got to kind of set a trap in a way. It was sort of a one where you're trapping, but you're also not sure. But better played to check than bet, of course, because you would get a hand like this maybe to fold. Instead, you get to call off and win. So really well executed play. And he is our chip leader today with 88 big blinds and looking for his first title. Just to kind of recap, Barak 1 title, Tony Lin 0, Jesse Lana 0, Dingbao 0. 4 titles for Juan Pardo Dominguez, and Yuri with 3, Mark Radoja 2, Space and Joao with 0. So a lot to play for. Going to have history, going to add tallies to the titles or have a new winner. And we will go ahead now and look, I think, at the betting odds, which is always exciting. This is a fun part. Again, the dinners. I got a long list of dinners. We can definitely, we can put one on it. I'm sure we'll link up at one of these series here, and I'll let you pick first. You've seen the show. You're familiar. You do the show in Spanish every week. Go ahead. You can make a pick. You get first. Who do you want? 100 units total.
My first one has to be Juan.
Juan? Okay. How much do you want to bet out of your 100?
I'm gonna go for 50. Half of my money.
Half your allocation. All right. Respect that. I will go with. I'm gonna go Yuri. I just 10 to 1. Just dangerous. Know he's capable. Gets a little bit of chips. Gets a little moving and goes up. He's gonna be a force. I'll go 40 on Yuri.
Okay, I'm taking Joao. I'm going for 20.
20 on Joao. All right, I'm gonna go 30 on Jesse. He seems like he's in good form and he wants to get a title on his resume here. So we'll go 30 with him for my second pick.
Okay, so I have to pick up Tony Ling. Let's go for 15. So I have another 15.
Okay. Or wait, you did 50 and 15, right? So you have 35.
50, 35. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, but I have 15 left, right? For the last one.
100. You get 100 total. So if you did 50 and 15, you have 35.
I got 50, 20, and 15.
Okay, well, you get three total. You get three total picks. 3 total picks.
3. Okay, then.
Come on, Steve. Stick with me here. You can redo your. I'll let you redo your price.
No. The rest in Renlin. The rest in Ren.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So I have Yuri. I have Jesse, and I will take. Tough call, man. This guy. It's literally like a. Yeah, I'll go with Barak. He still has. Yeah, I'm gonna take him. He's one of the favorites, and I like his. He's got a good stack. I'm gonna go with him. I'll go Barak for my remaining 30. 40, 30, 30. That's my picks at home. If you have the GG, if it's in an area where you're able to play, you can see this. This is actually in the lobby each time. You can actually wager and be a part of that. So good luck. Those are the odds, and there are some long shots there you can see as well. A little bit of value, and it will be fun no matter what. We will play to a winner. No deal making available. This is from Sunday. It plays to a winner, so the tournament pauses every Sunday. There are satellites available, and you can get in. But again, it's not. I'm not sending you out there to the Sharks. If you're learning, if you're getting to poker, it's fun. You want to play with the best, but these guys are the best, and there are not a lot of unknowns in this tournament. So if you are able to get it done, we do see it time to time. Some satellite winners or unknowns come in, but these guys are playing for pride. They're playing for the money, but of course they want the title and to be the best online. This is where you get to prove that, as we are going to again start after a 5-minute break. We will come back. We will do the seat shuffling in order, descending from the shortest stack to the biggest stack. That will be, they get to pick where they seat. We'll talk to Steve about some strategy on that, and we will be again playing to a winner. 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you back in a few moments. Welcome back. It is time. We did the pregame. Now we're doing the main. This is it. This is going to be a epic final table. We already broke it down in the pregame. This is unbelievable lineup. We're going to see something's got to give. Someone's going to get it done. Someone's going to win 390,000. Steve Enriquez, I'm sorry, alongside Jeff Gross. We're going to call a winner. We're going to have some fun, and we will get to see the seat shuffling now after we take a look here at the order as the shortest stack goes first. That is how it works, and you can see the kind of jostling of seats. And Steve, give me any thoughts. You've seen this so many times each week. Any strategy as a short stack? We know generally the big stack at the end goes to the left of the next big stack. If you're a short stack, is there anything you can do, or do you kind of just go wherever?
Well, I will try to avoid to be close to the bigger stack because he will be racing a lot. So you have to think about where he will be sit. Of course, for me, I think that the worst place to be is second or third because you are always in a bad position because the chip leader will try to annoy you.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, that is exactly right. And I think that, again, there's some luck at the early stages when you pick, you don't really know where everyone else is going to go, but you can try to anticipate where they might go and how that works out. It starts shaping up here as the seats go, as Tony now, our four stack is going to pick. He's trying to predict where he wants to go. And you can see, man, some big stacks today, 4 million, and all kinds of, let's see what else we got. We have, Jesse now. Okay, so Jesse in third. Let's see. He's thinking where to go there. And Barak now has a decision because he realizes that Ding is probably going to go directly to his left. So he's trying to think where he wants to go. And this is always the interesting part. He does just go to the left of Jesse. And now Ding, you would anticipate, takes Mark's seat, and he does that. He just goes chalk right there. So actually, Joao and Juan, decent seats sort of to the left of those three massive stacks. But again, we'll see how it plays out. Button starts on Ding. Cards are in the air. Play to a winner, and you can see that the tournament M ratio, that is the question about the time bank. So they do actually, it's not just 15 minutes. They have a calculation to, I guess, stack size and time left, and it was presented there. There was a question about that in the prior weeks, and that is an explanation on how that works. So it's not just everyone used to be 15 minutes. I think that's also similar to baseball, right? With the clock, the pitchers. It's nice because it's good to have a shot clock, to have a chess clock, if you will. But 15 minutes each, if everyone exercises that, can really take a long time. So they do kind of take that down a bit. Everyone basically around 10 minutes or less on a clock now. So that is a nice adjustment. Again, GG Million's like the Matrix, always improving, always optimizing, as we are on our second hand here. And Barak going to go ahead and open the ace-9 off.
Ace queen for Juan. Let's see how he plays this one, but looks like he's going to go for it. And it's always a big important thing, the time here, because in the previous weeks, we've seen the heads ups and the 300 with people with no time in the banks. So it's very important to keep your time bank. Let's see what Juan does with this ace queen. Opa, he's going for it, and easy pick for the Spanish guy. Let's go.
That's picking it up. 1.9 million, not afraid. Tricky hand to play. Ace queen off does show us how it's done. Sizing all important, everything important, all of it. Every little nuances to the game is exciting at this level, and it's fun. It's one of those things you want to take a lot of notes. Again, I do highlight on my YouTube channel, Jeff Gross Poker. You can see we do take the knockouts and put those there, and I enjoy that. But this is where you get the real flow of it. There's nothing like being here live. You get to see the tempo, the timing, how they use the clock, how they play small blind, big blind, all the little intricacies of the game. This is how tournaments are won and lost. And here are two of the best. Yuri and Tony blind on blind. Queen 9 going to check back and get a decent top pair start.
Let's see what Yuri does here. He has the queen of diamonds, which is a really important thing. Also the 9, which can get some straights. Maybe he just calls. And that's it. 6 in the turn. No more bet from Tony. And now I think Yuri can go for a small value or even a check because he's very protected. Let's see what he thinks. He goes for the check. And the Jack of Hearts. Not the safest river for Yuri, but if Tony checks, he will go for value for sure.
Yeah, Queen 9 here on, again, blind on blind wide ranges. To have top pair is nice, as again, it's still kind of a wet board, a lot going on. It does have a key card, the 9 and the 9 of hearts, right? So kind of some possible random straights or flushes. He does block that, as you said, may go for some value here. Thinking about the sizing, you can see those stats. Those are from Sunday, the VPIP, PFR, and the ATS and 3-bet. Which of those do you, when you're playing, do you look the most at out of those? Nice bet here, goes for a healthy bet.
I try to check the 3-bet sometimes, but depending on the tournament, it doesn't really affect at all. So looking at attempt to steal, it's important. Big sizing here from Yuri. He thinks that he has the best hand, and he's completely right. And let's see if Tony can bluff catch him here. I really like your design, your layout. It's quite nice this new season, man. I like it. Very nice job from the production team.
Yep. No, payouts lower left even shows you when they get knocked out, puts the name there. So again, some upgrades, some different things going. Of course, don't want to, again, give away or say too much, but I can tell you this: if you are an active member of the audience, if you are involved, you will have a chance to be very much so rewarded. There's 2 seasons here. I'm going to break it up sort of at the start of the World Series, and then for the World Series for the December in Bahamas. So there's going to be 2 seasons in 2025. This is episode 4 today, January 28th. 4th episode of season 1 of 2025. So we have already 3 winners. This will be the 4th, and we will get the audience involved. Want you guys to really be able to benefit. And of course, we have the daily giveaways for the show, which are on the weekly on the day of the show. We have the $50 and $100 ticket. We will have a $50 tweet on Jeff Gross Poker. I'm gonna get that out in a few moments as well. You guys can predict who wins and retweet that. And that's, over $200 in giveaways a show, plus some season-long giveaways coming up here. A lot to be excited about. And let's see, Ryan Gleedow saying that he checked the lobby, seen a bet he was still available, and no first KO lip zip. Yeah, so there's, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is, again, you can't watch this in the client, but you can see what's going on, and this is on a delay. We are here and playing to a winner.
Well, it was an easy hand, the previous one with the Queen Jack for Barak, and now let's see. Tony cold calling with the 9s. It's going to be a tough one because Dean got the ace in the board, and this probably will help him. Let's see now if Dean can do a second barrel. It's going to be an interesting one because, of course, 6 height is never going to win it. And Dean has to bet if he wants to win. Well, Jeff, next week, there's going to be GGMillions week, so we won't have show the next Thursday. I checked the client, so it's going to be a 10 million in 2 weeks. That's going to be a huge one.
That's on, February 11th, correct?
Yeah. So next week we will have day 1B running instead of the regular GGMillions. So there will be day 1 during the whole week. And 11th, we will have these 10 million GGMillions warranted.
Nice. Just confirmed Seth Davies is going to be the guest that week. He's coming on. Excited to have Seth. Plays the highest stakes in the world and the biggest buy-ins. Great character. So that'll be fun to do a special one. I knew that was going to be, I think, it's like 10x, right? It's usually like, or at least some crazy amount bigger than normal. That's one of those special ones. That'll be great. Yeah,
it's going to be insane. And with Seth, you're going to have fun. Man, this guy now is now a lot into a healthy lifestyle and doing a lot of sports. You can see that on Twitter.
Yep.
So shout out for Seth. Okay, Dean checking back, trying to control the pot with the King Jack. It's very intelligent because with the 6 duplicated, I think it's a nice move. And now Barak hits the Queen, so it's going to be probably, again, maybe Dean wants to check to the river. I really like it. Ooh, that's a funny river now. Let's see what Barak does. I'm trying to think if Barak can at some point just check raise here as a bluff in the river, but I don't know. Let's see. Barak is capable. Barak can check raise this hand as a bluff. After check. That will be a sexy move.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, yeah, do you go for that here? You have the double board pair. It's sort of like it's a weird hand where you're
Yeah,
very
but
strange hand.
Barak is unpredictable. And after check, 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 now he can represent a lot of 6x and fulls and maybe spades. So let's see. I think he's thinking about it. Oh my
Yeah.
god, man.
He goes, got to go big. What's he going to go? 800,
Yeah,
900? Big.
it's a really nice hand to do this. Oh,
Okay.
he just
Call.
go for the
Yeah.
call.
I mean, that's also, yeah, those are tricky when the ones where you actually have showdown too, but you think you might need to turn into a bluff. I think you're right. I think he was considering all options there. Folding feels a little too tight just as it runs out. But at the same time, yeah, I don't know. I think he really had all choices available.
Yeah, it's always first against second, so maybe he considered that, and making a big mistake here could take out a lot of stack from him, so that will mean less money in his stack. So maybe that's why he just went for the call. And queens for Spacey right now. Opa! There you go.
Wow.
He can find the
Queens. Space.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
he get it going for his first possible title? Whoa, hello. Daily off the board. That is checked off. Quads, daily quads is done. That is officially a double. And hey, Space from the short stack getting really attractive odds to win it. He is now no longer the short stack. He also has a little more playability, but a very tough seed. Look at that. Jesse, Barak, Ding, all kinds of chips on his left. He's got a very tall task, but hey, starts with one. He got the important one, and he is off and running. 1.3 million, leaving Mark as our short stack, but still plenty of chips wide open.
All the Lady Gagas for Spacey, eh? That's a nice flop for him, and let's see how he will play the rest of the final table. He has a tough position, as you mentioned, because all the big stars are close to him, so he cannot move a lot. It's Jack now for Mark. It's going to be in a standard open. I don't know what's going to do Spacey with the nines. It's a tough one with 5 ranges behind. Maybe he folds. Huh? I wouldn't be surprised if he folds here. Ooh, that's some interesting move. 3 blinds. Only 3.
Wow.
Okay.
A little
I
click,
didn't
little
expect that.
temperature check. I guess he's super short, right? So it's kind of like he doesn't need to go so big, but that is, I don't want to say disrespectful, but that is like kind of just, poking around. Like you almost don't give someone a chance to fold, and he's going to hit top set on the 5, 6, 9. I mean, what a board here.
On a hitter.
Base.
He's crazy, man. I mean, he threw it 1 blind more. I think Mark calls is fine because you have the odds, right? It's easy to call. But now the biggest flop ever for Spacey, which is probably gonna win this one, 100% now.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. He's getting tricky. I mean, when you top set, kind of make it look like something else. Also get your opponent to catch up. There's accomplished. You don't see many check backs, but like if you did have ace king or ace queen in this play and you just raise so small, you could play it this way. I mean, Mark, just not really much good news here, right? As played, get clicked. This board, you don't really have anything, and he got lucky not to improve on the turn.
Another pot for Spacey, and now Mark is the last. 11 blinds for him, and ace jack again, twice in a row. Tony Lin waiting with 8s in the big blind. This could be it, right? I mean, this could be a race from Mark and 3-bet jam from Tony.
Yeah, I think 2 8s, not much else to get cute with. You're just gonna put it in, and Mark just not loving this. He's kind of getting those tricky hands. Ace jack off, right? 9-handed. It's like it's good enough, but it's just kind of scary. And when you get played back at, you don't love it. And there we would have seen you would have been out though if you flip before in there as well. We don't know what would have happened, but he does get off the hook, and now he's down to 9 blinds. So got to play a little bit, got to get a couple opens, and didn't work out. But he's still in there. Short stack, risk premium, the lowest. If he goes out, he is really short. I mean, compared to others, right? He's 3x 8th place. That is a very tough position to be in. But we'll see if he can get it going.
Well, some respect from Barak here, folding that queen 7 suited, which leaves Juan an easy open with 10-6 suited, and he takes down. And I think Barak, that queen 7 suited, maybe he will open if he will be the big stack, but as his second and Ding is in position with him, he just fold that one. Again, ace jack here. Could be a 3-bet fold. Let's see what Yuri does.
Yeah, I think also, again, one of those ones sort of recognizing the big stack that's going to open too. He's the big stack opening. He is opening with Ding and Barak behind, but I think to your point, Yuri's definitely, a lot of the players are really good at recognizing that, realizing that the big stacks open light, they can attack a bit more. But again, somehow Yuri, that's one of his superpowers, right? He just gets it right. Doesn't go, he happens to have a real hand. He gets rid of ace jack, he gets out of the way and doesn't lose any chips there. So again, sort of good timing from Yuri not to make an aggressive move.
Yeah, I think I'm never cold calling that hand, so the best solution is to fold it. Otherwise, you can 3-bet fold that, but I don't really like the call with short stack in the big blind, so I like what Yuri did there. Okay, let's fight. Let's go, Juan. Ace king suited for Spacey in the big blind, though, so he's on a heater, 100%.
Yeah, this could really work out well for him, especially if Juan takes this hand instead of flatting and 3-bets. It'll be a fist pump jam for space and get to really pick up a nice bit of chips. Again, if Juan calls, he is going to make a small raise. Okay.
Let's see what he does. I mean, Spacey now is with the very confident, no? So he might go for a click it. Let's see the sizing he uses. Considering Joao has 20 bigs, 21 bigs. Ah, he went for it. Okay. So that's the end of the hand because Juan is never calling here. But Spacey, what a start. Huh? I mean, he was the last. Now he's fourth. It's fourth, right? Yeah. Fifth.
Yep.
No, fourth. It's fourth.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, pretty nice. Definitely how he wanted to start off with a chipping up. Didn't have much option either to be out or chip up, and he's done that. 1.9 million. And Jesse and Barak now. Jesse with the nice hand closing the action, but again, under the gun. Also realizing Barak's going to be pretty wide here. So this is, it's an uncomfortable hand, but definitely pretty easy call pre-flop.
This is a pretty nice board to c-bet with this hand. King high texture, he really likes it, and that's a good. But take it down now. It's gonna be interesting, eh? You pick Mark in your no, you didn't pick it, right?
No, I have Jesse, Yuri, and Barak. I love my picks. I feel so confident, but then I look at your players and I'm like, oh well, they're also excellent. It's tough, wide open. Normally my picks, I'd feel like I couldn't lose, but today it's definitely wide open.
Your picks got more chips right now, but mines are gonna fight back.
All right. Yeah, we got 800 on right now. Please, guys, get the I said get the retweet. I don't have it out. Let me put it out. I was in the middle of it. Want to make sure get it right here. So yeah, while it is insane. 10 titles, 100 million in earnings, like 98, 99 million, I think it is, in earnings on GG alone. Crazy.
Well, there's the 8 for Barak. Let's see what he does here after check calling the flop and check on the turn. He might go for a small blocking bet here. Let's see. No, he just checks, and I don't think Tony will bluff here, so this hand will be for Barak as well. And he is very close to Ding right now, close to 4.4 milli. Hey, how's the chat? A lot of people coming here tonight, eh? Yeah, where you coming from, guys? Send us some messages. We want to see where you're coming from. Where are you right now? You're in Michigan, Jeff?
No, I'm in Miami. I'm in Miami. Yeah,
okay.
Playing here. I got to play a pretty sick cash game yesterday. Private game, like randomly. And is this all in? Hold on, 9 suited, a queen 9 of hearts. This is a good start for Ding. Gonna need lightning in a bottle. That is a big turn though. It does pick up some outs going to the river, and it is, that's a heart. That's gonna be GG no matter what heart that is. And that is it. Greg goes all in, little waves there. from Barak, as that will be Mark out in, ninth place. We're down to 8. You can see lower left, 71K, everyone guaranteed. And Mark does take that 9th place spot as couldn't get it going. Ace Jack had to fold. The 9s got flop top set against, then he raised Ace Jack. Maybe you could argue to go with that 8s against Tony, right? Like he's short. Tony definitely could have King Queen or some pairs, could have gambled there. But other than that, really didn't have much of a choice as we are down to 8 all of a sudden. That was quick work for
This
Mark.
is how it works. Jeff,
yeah.
When you are in the bottom, you can have Spacey run or you can have Mark run. So sometimes it's one, sometimes it's the other. This is how poker works. You have to deal with these runs, man.
It's true. It is true. It's, you battle a lot of players, a lot of entries to get to final tables and accomplishment. Then you say, okay, I want a ladder. I want to get top 3. I want to win. It's hard, so hard to win. We can see some players even space 28 final tables, 0 titles. So it's no guarantee, you get here. It's hard to win, but space, that would be quite a story on his 28th try to get a title. I think it's the year of the snake out there. Happy New Year, Chinese New Year. Actually, I was playing with a woman yesterday. The game, she mentioned that it was the Chinese New Year, and I didn't realize that. What's your spirit animal? Do you know what year you are in the calendar? Do you know your animal or no?
You got me there, man. I have no clue.
Come on, man. You got to know your animal. I'm a tiger. Any tigers out there? Let us know. I bet you the audience I want to see what it is. It is the year of the tiger. I think the dragon just ended, but there's 12 of the Chinese calendar every 12 years.
Yeah.
Every year it rotates. It's a 12-year cycle. So based on when you were born, there's
depending on the year or the day plus the month.
No, so it's the year, but it does cut off like what? So today is January 27th. So it's not like exact year. There is a cutoff and they do their calendar slightly differently, but it's effectively a year, but it's not on the calendar of like January 1 for their year. So right now it just ended the year. But yeah, you can look it up. Type in Google, type in your birthday and ask what year am I in the Chinese calendar, and it'll tell you what you are. What year were you born?
29th February 92, man. I'm 29th February that day.
Wow. So you are right. So you're 6 years. I'm a tiger. I don't know what you are, but it's
chat. Can you find out? Let us know in the chat, because I know some people might know it. So find out. 29th February 92. Let's see. Because it's a special date, Jeff. That's a special date.
I'm gonna look it up for you. Chat's gonna get
it. All right. Let's see, Barak, who is 3-betting this king considered. Horse, they say.
I think you're a goat. I'm not sure. You said February what?
29th. 92.
So February 3rd is when it ended. 92. So February 29th.
Monkey?
Yeah.
Ooh,
you are
sexy move from Jesse. Water monkey.
Wow, nice hand there, Jesse. Ace 10
betting,
off.
Yeah.
Gonna go ahead and put it on there. Wow. Just gets it right. Again, he's just right. Has it right, and he gets the timing correct. And Barak with the quality hand, but has to pitch it and got out. So you're actually a water monkey. There's like 4 parts of that rotates by the year. I think it's like wind, water, wood, fire, or something. But so you're a water monkey specifically.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Water
That's
monkey.
Nice.
Okay. I'll take it.
That's the 2,720th year of the Chinese lunar calendar, 1992. Interesting. All right, there you go. Anyway, we're seeing some in there. People are dropping in what they are, and it is fun. It's kind of interesting. It's sort of like horoscope, but for the Chinese calendar. So interesting. There it is. And yeah, Happy New Year out there. Tony Lin, A6 suited, gonna pitch it. Zhao had 10s. Good discipline there. Would have been in bad shape.
Thinking about some move, but he didn't do it in the end. And my 3 guys are together. I don't know if that's good or not, but Joao, Juan, and Tony, they are close together. I don't like it at all. Well, clean hand for Spacey, who limps, and it's time for Jesse Lonis. I think he might rate this one. Let's see. We've seen that Jesse is not afraid for betting that ace-10 in the previous hand. And there he is. 3.5x. Easy limp call for Spacey, right? This is a really good hand to limp call. Taking his time, though. Opa!
Hello. Maybe he was listening to your pregame
Sí.
show, Steve. You're saying he's a little bit tighter. It's just going to take the
Yeah,
10 jack suited and just stuff it there. Very nice hand and space. Playing ball today. Playing
I like
ball up
that.
to 2 million. Really interesting play. Well done. Again, blind on blind, wider ranges, understanding that that's a pretty big value hand, and that does accomplish multiple things, including getting a better hand to fold. And here we go. Real hands, ace, king, king, jack suited, nines, and Yuri
Gamble
with the
time.
hand could kick it up here too. The king, jack suited, certainly.
Tony Lin is very active in the chat. I can, if it's like I can hear him in the background, you know?
It's true. Yeah, he does. He does have a pretty you're exactly right, man. I was just with them playing live, so it's even like I'm thinking about what he was just, yeah, it was like just like weeks ago. And king jack suited Yuri, all options there. He was thinking about getting aggressive space now with nines, likely I would imagine flats on this spot, but let's see. He does go for the call.
Yeah, I like the call with the nines here. Let's see what the rest of the guys does, but apparently they won't be playing that hand. And the ace for Juan. Let's go, Juanito.
Yeah, a flip without being an all-in flip.
Tony messaged Yuri and he said, "Go Team Lady Gaga, Yuri." And Yuri replied him in the chat. They are having a lot of fun right now. Yeah, this I think is fine. I mean, top pair, top hicker in this dry board. Easy for Juan. Spacey should be folding.
Yeah. Nice hand there from Juan. Nice, obviously flopping top pair, top kicker is nice, but just again, really understanding what's going on where he's at and takes it down. Tony Lin sevens, a close spot. I think it is 8-handed and good enough to open. I don't think he's opening fives, probably not, maybe sixes, but sevens good enough here. He does go ahead and kick it up. He's going to run to a better hand.
The chat is asking, what is Lady Gaga about? This is the way that Tony Lin uses to call the ladies of the queens. He's a showman. He's a showman. Opa, the sevens will take it down. Eh? Those nines didn't like the board at all. So another pot for Tony. Oh my goodness. I think Juan is going to fold this one under the gun. Oh, he went for it.
Wishful thinking. You see Ding with the aces there in the small blind. This is a nice spot for Ding. Although, again, when it's under the gun too, right? You feel it's more likely your opponent's gonna have a pretty strong hand. So Ding actually, realizing that Juan's not messing around here with his stack. But this is probably one of the lightest opens Juan's gonna have, and a little frustrating sometimes, right? You get played back at. You feel like people are coming at you. The timing's just a little off. He's running into hands, can't quite get a rhythm going, but he is gonna have to relinquish here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
This might be the bottom of the range of Juan. I think that I would prefer to open like a ace 3 suited, ace 5 suited instead of sevens, but this was probably the bottom pocket pair for him. And there Yuri goes. Spacey won't even think about it. And this hand can be used. Let's see what Juan thinks. He folded finally. I like the fold against the early position, but at some point he might use that hand as a 3-bet bluff. He didn't choose it here, but Lady Gagas for Barak Wisbrod.
Yes, the ladies are out. This is a nice find here. Joao with king jack off, and again, sort of if you have a plan, realizing those three players there that are the big stacks are usually players you want to attack. So at some point you start talking yourself into it, but at the same time he realizes that his stack is vulnerable, and he's just gonna let it go. Again, good discipline there, but certainly something he could consider.
Well, this is gonna be easy for Barak. Let's see what size he used here, because I'm very curious. He has a queen of hearts, which is a really important card here. He goes for half pot. I like it. I like it. Easy hand for him. And we are now in level 30. Okay. Do you know which was the longest level we reached in the GG Millions final table? This is a nice question for you, Jeff.
Let the audience take a crack at the tweet. I did just get the tweet out as well. Let me get that for you guys. That is officially out, and I'm gonna give you guys $50 cash. Get the retweet, and you can guess who wins. I'm not gonna put the wording on that, so some of you I see already are doing that without me putting it. I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna let that trivia question roll, and I'm gonna get the official answer for you. I don't know the exact one. I have a good idea because it went to. We've had over a 4-hour show. I want to say we've had a 4.5 or 4:15. The record, I'll get the record length and level. That's a great question. Maybe some people in here can tell us that as well. Do you know? Do you have it? I don't know the exact one.
I think we have it because we have a command in our channel, which is record, and we can see the level and the number of the level and which blind level it was. I know it. Epa, that was quick. That was quick. Virtual Joker just nailed it.
He got it. He already put it in there.
Yeah. That was quick, man.
204. So, but I wonder what the time length was on it. Do you know the exact time? Because I think I want to say it was like 4 hours 15 minutes.
Yeah, actually, we were 2 hands away from the next level, which was half a milli. So that was a rough one. It was like a month ago, right? Something like that. Again, Lady Gaga's for Juan. And he will take it down. 1.7 million for the Spanish guy. Fall to heads up. Man, I'm just reading Tony's chat and I can imagine his sound in my I love him, man.
Yeah, he's a character. No, he knows too. He knows what's going on. He knows this is a very, very, very tough final table today. And this is sort of one of those ones where, yes, skill is important, but luck is going to come into play too, just because something has to give. These players know the spots, they know what's going on, they know what to do. So it's a little bit of a fortunate timing, maybe a cooler here and there when it flipped. Gotta have a little bit of extra luck today because it's not going to be an easy one to take down.
Okay, let's see these three. Complete some straights with the 4. I think both will try to go to the showdown with these hands. I don't see them bluffing.
Yeah, ace, queen, ace, jack, just pip there, ding with the better hand. And kind of a weird one, right? Where you have it under the gun, big blind, this range favors. It's kind of weird when you have a hand like ace, jack, because when your opponent's not betting in this boards like this, you kind of start realizing there's a chance that you are just losing, right? That he's not bluffing with some sort of, different hand. And I guess, yeah, you're right. This will be probably happy check, happy for ding, but he is going to have a winner and Barak going to get to see that he is just pipped and a bit unfortunate to have that good a hand in the big blind and not win as ace queen does hold up there. King jack suited for Juan Pardo. Dominguez, is it Juan Dominguez or he goes to Juan Pardo? How do you pronounce
Juan Pardo?
Juan Pardo he goes by.
Dominguez is the second last name because in Spain we have 2 surnames. So every time we go to USA, there is like a misspelling and they use our second surname instead of our first name because they take this as the first surname is like a middle name or something. So they always use our second surname, which is not correct.
Got it.
So he should be Juan Pardo Dominguez.
Got it. Juan Pardo. Let's see if he can get it done. King jack now off suit under the gun. Does fold. Tony with the green cards. King 4 of clubs gonna fold. Jesse 2-3 off. Too adventurous for that. Barak though suited ace on the button. Not much going there. Pretty modest hands for Joao.
Easy raise for him.
Yeah, gonna pick it up.
Joao couldn't do anything so far. Let's see if he can move right now. Also Yuri, but the short stack are just waiting for the hands. They can do any other stuff. Jesse going on with the king 6 suited. Easy pickup for him as well.
Yeah, it's tough too. When you're Yuri here, when you're Tony, you're very experienced. Joao, very similar stacks, right? A little just shorter it is tricky because you know that Barak and Jesse and Ding are going to just be picking up pots, going for it, know how to play that stack. So it is hard to get back in the game. And here we're going to get to see, like we said, terms of running good, terms of variance. This is the ones, Joao, queens, button versus cutoff. He's fist pumping here. This normally is just going to be dominating or pick it up, take down the raise, get the blinds through. It's a big pickup. All of a sudden he's in a real fight. He's got ace king suited, a queens, tier 1 hand, ace king suited. You're actually, you're shocked when Ding turns this hand over, right? It's like you're literally can't believe it that this is what he has, and he's going to snap call, and we're going to see 5 big flip, about 2 million in the middle. Everyone excited. This is a big moment. Queens, can it be? It is clean right now. Joao to the turn, gonna get binked on there and needs help fast. River need a paint sweat. Not it. That is a low diamond. It is a 2 across. That is GG 4 there. And we are on to our 7th players.
GG for Joao. Sorry, I jinxed you. Sorry, Joao. I didn't mean, but I picked you, so I just busted.
It was a clean flop, but you got to get through 5. Doesn't fade the turn. Ding up to 6.3 million. He all of a sudden is cooking with some serious gas with a nice stack on the direct left of Jesse and Barak, both with 3.8. So he is in a really good position. Yuri here, ace 3 suited.
And this open raise from Jesse, very aggressive, considering Barak and Ding Biao are in position against him. And there Yuri goes with the ace 3 suited. I like this move, Brazilian move. Nice move, nice move.
And just to take a look at that hand, right? Ace 3 suited. You're at home. You're like, okay, it's a final table, a lot of money at stake. I'm one of the shortest stacks. But what do? I should just call. No, look what he does. He turns ace 3 suited into a bluff. And why? You exact that reason. What does ace 6, ace 7, ace 8, ace 9 do? Even ace 10. You're putting hands in a very tough spot that are better than yours. And if you get called, you still have 30% roughly against anything but aces. So a nice pickup, just a little bit of a difference, trying to see what players do in spots that you might not be doing. And again, it's so easy just to call. Okay, good. I close the action. I'm going to see a flop, but no, you're going to flop the ace and you're going to actually be out kicked, or you're going to just miss and whatever. So he turns a situation where he's dominated into a situation where he picks up chips, and really good execution on that, as we expect from Yuri. He does, good timing though too, right? Jesse could have had ace king or ace queen and he'd be behind, but then he'd be flipping for 2.5, 2.6 or slightly dominated, but 30 something percent. And as it turns out, he is back to 1.3 and sort of tied with Tony Lin for the short stack.
It's keen for him with a bit more than 20 bigs, and let's see what space he does. He should be folding probably, but at some point we might see some magic, as we saw with the 9s. Not anymore. And this will be a hand for Tony. Now Ding is very, very, very leader. It's 6.5 million. Okay, Barak defend this 3-5. No respect here. I didn't expect Barak to defend this 3-5 offsuit, but he did it. Not the best flop for Tony. And he checked back. So this could be a bluff from Barak, as he's in the big blind. He has all the jack X, 6X, 2 pairs. Nope. No bluff. This is gonna be a tough one, I don't know. Now with the ace, a bit easier for Tony.
Is this where Brock just goes 600? Does he just go wild, like
yes.
450 bet 5 high, one of the worst hands? Because even a hand like ace king, ace queen, and okay, so he says, all right, I went to a flop, I got a little carried away, but I'm not going to parlay it. Tony, very happy to see on that board that run out that it's good there. A lot of scary cards. And the 5 high shown down as 35K, 70K blind level. We are up. We just saw the record was 2-4. You said 2 hands away from going up to 255, and a record unlikely today. We do see some separation of stacks early. We've got a couple knockouts about 45 minutes in the show. Hope you're having a good time. Let us know where you're watching from. Please hit that thumbs up. Over 1,000 on right now. Steve Enriquez joining us over there from Andorra. He is in the mix and does do this show in Spanish weekly. You guys can give him a follow on YouTube and the other socials, as well as Twitter. We did get that tweet out, $50 cash out of my pocket. That's I can send it in various ways. So you're not limited to, if you can play poker, we will have the GG tickets, $50 and $100 later in the show, as we have the mystery hand, Queen 3 suited. And, hey, it's fitting. It's your guy, Juan Pardo in the big blind. You get to be in the head from Steve. We're gonna let you play it out here. Queen 3 suited.
All right.
3570. Barak on the button. Scary stuff. Gonna fold. Okay, blind on blind.
21 bigs, 22 bigs. Okay, we go for it. Let's see what Ding does. I think we can check back this one. At some point, we can do 2.7x, but I think check back is fine.
Top pair. What can go wrong? Top pair, weak kicker. It is a good start, but again, it is also a little bit scary. Chip leader limps in.
Okay, now we can only call Jeff. I don't see any races here.
I'm with you. I'm aligned. I think raising would be a little wild, although there is Jack 9 and King Jack that might limp in, but still, yes, the weak top pair. Kind of want your opponent to be bluffing. Going to be hard to get called by worse. And he is now with an 8, which is it is sort of gets a little scarier in the mix of what Ding might be limping. Some sort of hands in that range.
Still some bluffs in Ding ranges, not right now, like 6-5, 9-7, Jack X, 9X, 7-5, 7-9, Jack 7. I think that it's a mandatory call here, and we will decide on the river.
Okay, well, you get a brick. That is about as bricky as you can imagine. So, I think there was no flush on the turn, some gut shots, some straight draw options there. You have a weak top pair, and when he just rips it in, if he does on you, this is not fun, but I don't know. I mean, what else can you do? You get checked into the flop, you flop top pair, the board runs out fairly clean, lose the Jack 9, loses some 2 pairs, lose to better queen. 10x would probably check. So it's sort of bluff or beat, and this is where you get paid the big bucks. And
I think I call,
man.
I think I call.
I feel like he's beat. I do feel like he's beat somehow, but I think you can't fold, right? It just seems like, it just feels like this line this time. It just, I don't know. I'm not folding either, but I don't love it, right? I just have a feeling we're going to get to see some like 8-4, 10-8 or something ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. It just feels like he does not block a Jack or 9, like some sort of gut shot bluffs. Audience, 1 call, 2 fold. I don't see how you can fold, honestly. I think if you're folding, even if you're right, it's too tight. So like, that's kind of the problem. I just have like a weird spidey sense he's beat, but I'm not folding. I would not fold. 1 call, 2 fold.
Depends on what Juan thinks about Ding, but I see many bluffs, like 6-5, King 9, maybe 7-6, 7-9, Jack 7. Of course, he may have some traps like over pairs, aces, kings, but
pretty sure you're right. He's got a 9 or a Jack in there if he's bluffing. So it's like one of those generally would be probably a good bluff candidate. But this is tough, man. Juan, he's really in the tank using some of that chess clock. The audience is split decision. 100 thumbs up. We're gonna get those giveaways for you guys. $100, $50 later in the show. $50 cash is in my Twitter pending, and we got time burning. He is gonna fold, and look at that. What I thought he was beat. I'm not saying I would have folded, but I just felt like that time he was beat. Just the way the whole thing about, I don't know. That was just my spidey sense. But again, I think if you're folding there, it's too exploited. But hats off to Juan Pardo for getting it right. Because guess what, Steve? If you fold, you got to be right there. You can't fold and not be right. So it's like a free roll and a negative free roll. If you get it right, you're a legend. If you fold and you're wrong, you're like, you might as well not enter the tournament. That's how I feel about that. So I said, like I said, I would have clicked call, but I did think he was beat, if that makes sense. I just had a bad feeling, but I think it's just too tight to fold there. But hey, excellent fold. Again, nice high level. We're talking different levels. There's levels to the game, and that was fold. Yeah, that was highlight reel fold, man. Wow.
I really like the hand. As I told you, I thought he could have kings or aces, slow played, pre-flop, and played that way. But I know Juan very well, and I know he doesn't like to fold at all in the river. So I was expecting him to call that hand, but very nice fold. King Queen now, eh? Maybe against Spacey, he just 3-bet folds or folds. It's a tough one, this one, eh? He just went for the direct fold. I like it. And this means that Juan considers Spacey as probably not the biggest aggressive player of the table. No, I think it's a reasonable move from Juan.
Yeah.
Names again for Tony here in the bottom. And Barak going for the race with the king 9. Again, a loosey goofy move, but it's a Spacey big line, so he's trying. He's trying. The 9s will take it down. And we are 7 left. This final table is incredible. With Yuri, Juan, Tony, Barak Wisbrod, Jesse Lonis. I think Jesse Lonis, this 2025, he will give us some surprises here in the GG Millions. I think he's fighting for these tournaments. Again, Lady Gaga's? How many queens today so far? This is the 8th time or the 9th? How crazy is that? The hand of the day. It's the hand of the day, man.
Yeah, it's wild.
Jesse folded the ace-3. He doesn't want any problems with the bigger stacks. And we continue here. These pocket fours, I think I will fold it. It's a tough one, but everybody covers you, so I like Tony folds. And now let's see the big stacks collide. I don't know if Barak can check back this one or maybe raise, but as it's second against third, I will expect more pot control in both ranges.
Yeah, Jack 3, Queen 6. Jack 3 going to come out and start betting. He does have the best hand. That's the thing. You're kind of protecting too, right? Against all the exactly hands like this, just sort of the 2 random overs. That's one of the benefits of betting and taking control, denying equity there. And he does pick it up 3.6. Everything going well for Ding. 7 million. Juan has not got it going yet. He is now down to 900. Not a very comfortable stack to play, right? It's sort of, you get in sort of the close to all in or fold. I mean, I guess he does still have some raised folds, but he is shortest with Yuri.
I love that mystery hand. That mystery hand only happens here, right? Because in the replayer I got, we don't have it, right, Jeff? It's like a production stuff. You have a really nice team, man. I like your guys. They are legends.
This is the real deal. This is the best in the industry, man. This is 1100 on today, where we got the new layout. We got new giveaways coming. We got all kinds of action for the audience. And again, the players got a new leaderboard. Season 1 of 2025. This is the 4th week of the show, and we will have I believe a new winner at least for this season, and potentially a first-time winner of the entire first time. How many? So we got, because Juan has 4 of the 10 titles. Yeah, Joao has not won. Space has not won. Tony has not won. Jesse has not won, and Ding has not won. So Mark Radoja does have titles. He is out, and we also lost. I don't think they've updated, right? We lost another player too. We lost.
We need to Joao 8th position.
Yep.
Yep. We've seen some magic now from Ding with this A6, 3-bet folding this hand as being the chip leader, and Jesse folds. Very nice move from Ding. 7.1 milli. Now he's almost double the stack than Barat, so this is coming interesting for him. This is probably gonna go all in from Juan. I don't know if Tony can call. It's a tough one. But he snaps.
Ace deuce, he's up for the task. This is important. This is a big moment. King 9, ace deuce. He hits the king. Spade for a sweat. Ace hurts, needs a king or a 9. 5 outs, 1 to come, about 12%. Can he do it? No! Oh my goodness. No. Cannot believe that run out. Who would believe that? That is so insane. 1.6 Juan Pardo with it on the line finds the 5 outer on the river the hard way. Oh man, what a running cold. Says running cold, he says.
I'm so sorry for Tony, but I have to root for Juan. Sorry, Tony. Sorry.
Crazy.
Crazy run out, man. That's a double for Juan, and now leaves Tony in the last position, 7 out of 7. Gamble too much, Juan.
Whew. Wow.
What a
Wow.
run out, man. Pocket nines. None for Tony.
Action. What else do you want?
Yep.
You can't get more action than that. That was a lot of action. That was a
Juan
lot
is a
of action.
non-gambler. They're
And
having a lot of
nines.
fun, eh? I like these packed final tables, man. It's very fun.
No, they're having a. This is about as good as it gets. I mean, Yuri actually, it's a lot of chips. 900K, ace 8 off. He is ahead of a fair amount of hands, but this feels a little too questionable, right? I mean, you're just risking a lot. Not necessarily going to be ahead. The ICM as well. I think he's thinking about it, but this would seem.
It's a close one, huh? It's a very, very close one, but I think the worst ace offsuit, maybe ace 9, ace 10 should be around there. Ain't easy to call there because it's very, very complicated hand.
Yeah, I think ace 10, but just very close offsuit. Ace 9 suited, ace. Probably it's very close. Yuri definitely not making mistakes there. He knows what to do. He knows what he's got to handle, and he makes a good decision. End up being, again, just going to make the right choice so often. We've seen that already today. 9-8, queen deuce, queen high in the lead, in position, blind on blind, 200 in the middle. Let's
see if Spacey tries with one bet. Yep. I don't know if he will float with the queen high. He can try. He also had some backdoor straight draw with the deuce. But he folds. Easy peasy for Spacey. 7 left and 90K guaranteed from all the 7 players. Tony coming for it. These 7s is a tough one. I don't know. In other guy, I will tell you they might jump, but Space, I think he will fall.
It's tricky. Flatting, I don't like, right? Because the stack size, how short you don't want to bring it in. So do you kind of maybe, I think a decent play is to make it like 375, 340, or like kind of click it, make a raise and go with Tony. And then if someone behind you wakes up, you get out of the way or decide not to, and then make a decision. But yeah, I think that's close, very close. Does get air on the side of caution. He does see a few, shorter stacks, and he's comfortable to fold there as ace king and king 9 are
not folding. Barak definitely here with the gut shot and the overcard. He doesn't have a diamond, but he's not folding. I don't know if he will raise at some point. Nah, not many stack in Tony's range. So, he went for the fold.
Interesting. Yeah, that's actually one of the downsides of king 9 is exactly that scenario, right? Where you're straight when you make the queen is dominated to ace king. So kind of in the exact situation that he doesn't want to see he had, and he did find a way to cut the losses there.
Mm-hmm. Now, Barak, I think he has to play limping all the time here against the chip leader. Because if he raises, he will be facing a big pot, and he doesn't want to face a big pot right now against the chip leader. And I think that the most intelligent thing is to keep the pot as small as you can with the Barak's hand right now. Let's see if Dean can bluff him. Nope, not needed. The 6 will be enough. They are having a conversation in the chat. I like it. Well, Tony Ling said, Juan, don't gamble too much in 2025. And Juan replied, only in Bitcoin. Oh man, this guy. Well, easy for Ding after hitting that 6. And we continue. Ace 8 for Judy. He might be thinking about raise folding this hand. He went for the fold. And Spacey should be raising this one. Let's see what Juan does here. Defending the 7-6 of clubs, but no help. No help.
Yeah,
That should
not
be it.
that hand demanded a little bit more. 6-7 suit, a lot more potential, a little more playability. Didn't get a good flop there, and he is going to fold as space at 2.1 million. Ooh, 3 nice hands here. Starts with the raise.
I think Barak is gonna call it, and of course Ding will raise it.
Yeah, they'll be curious Ding sizing here, and maybe there's a chance Barak. Yeah, okay, just call makes sense. Ding, going depending how big he goes, and Barak may realize this is such a nice squeeze spot against space. He's mentioned the snugger side, and Barak has got a very healthy stack, not wanting the risk premium is the highest for Barak, right? He's right in second, so for him to battle with number one would be a pretty big poor outcome if somehow he were to go out right in second, essentially when there's 7 left. That would be a really big blunder. So this is
8 bigs. 8 bigs. I don't know if Barak can call here, Jeff. It's a tough one, but always folding is a good solution because you won't play a big pot against the chip leader. That's something you want to avoid all the time. So I think it's an intelligent from Barak here. There we go. Level 31, 3 hands for the new level. And this is an interesting one. I don't know what Tony gonna do here. He can jump. He won't for the limp. This is a very complicated hand to play. So limping may be okay. Jamming could be too much, but this should be it for Tony. With one blind here should be taken down. He decides to check. Interesting. I don't see Yuri bluffing this hand because he expects many check calls from Tony's range.
Yeah. 4-5 now, though, does pick up a gut shot. And with Tony checking twice, might see some room to get moving here. But at the same time, he does have 4 high. One of the best, one of the worst hands you can have, literally the nut low hand. And when gets checked twice, does see this as a license to raise. Jack 8, although, does have a gut shot. Be curious if Tony wants to continue. He does. And now when he gets called 5 high with $1 million on the dot, each player has essentially the exact same spot. So this does have implications for who will be the short stack. And does Yuri want to take a crack at it after he gets called, though? Maybe not. With he only put a little bit of chips on the turn. Storyline doesn't make a ton of sense. Does check and Jack high. Wow, gonna win there for Tony.
The worst river probably for Yuri. That deuce pairing the board is not a good card to bluff, and Yuri knew it. That's why he checked. And Tony takes it down with Jack high. That's crazy, man. I mean, I think he never expected to win that hand with Jack high.
Yeah, wide ranges, blind on blind, but Jack high always a treat when you get to show it down. Yuri going to fold here, and Ding at 7.7. I mean, he has got more than second and third combined, and there's 7 left. That is a very powerful position Ding is in, and he's got aces again. We saw one final table here with 4 aces to 1 player. I think like 12 total. Today, Ding has got the lead, and he has got the Rockets again here as he has. He's going to work.
Let's see now. 8-7 for Jesse. I think he has to defend this one. Probably will be one of the last 7-6, 8-7, but this is a must defend. And let's see what sizing use Ding here, because I'm very curious. I think he will go for a bit bigger than half pot. No. Okay. I like to go bigger here, but that's interesting. He take it down anyway.
Lot of history. Also very dry board there. The 4-10 deuce. It is against the big blind. Hoping he hooked on to some pair. And now ace jack suited. Another really nice hand. Juan going to fold the 5s as it folds around. Ace jack to 3 players. I don't think you see that very often. Ace jack suited, ace jack off. I can't remember actually a hand all in a row, all the three biggest stacks. Pretty unique. You go ahead and clip that, take a shot of that. That is not something you'll see every day. And seeing Jesse, if he wants to get cooking, or he does, just shows you his game. He also at the second next biggest risk premium does want to go ahead and attack here as Ding. I think, you know, it's a lot of hand here to release, but at the same time, it looks super strong from Jesse.
AJ McLean in the hand. Oh my goodness, Backstreet Boys here. 3 ace jacks, that's crazy though. We go for a flop. Jesse can bet very small here, like 20%, 25%. Let's see what he does. There is no heart that you can use as a backdoor flush, but he has to bet here 100%. Yeah. Well, that's a bit bigger than expected.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ding does have that double backdoor, and he also could think Jesse's very capable. Ace 5, ace 4 suited, some other type of bluffs. The king, though, a little scary. Now the king pairs, and this is very interesting hand for a lot of chips in the middle with modest holdings and two of the big stacks colliding.
Jesse checks. When the king doubles, he doesn't really like it, and now it's Ding's turn. I think you want to check, right? I mean, you're still beating a few hands that you mentioned, so I think that's the right play. And now the tricky part. What do you do in the river, Jeff?
Yeah, you can't really think you're good here often, right? There's really the as played. It's almost it's interesting. I mean, Ding actually is going to understand he could have ace 4, ace 5. It's possible he just took a shot and slowed down. So I guess this may go check, but also kind of worried probably about, you know, would you get a hand like tens or jacks, queens to fold as played? Probably not. So I don't know. Very interesting hand and going to get the showdown. So, all right, two guys battling, get to chop it up.
Barak showed the ace jack as well. So all the 3 ace jacks out there. And time to Jesse again with the ace queen here. This would be an easy hand for him. 7 players left. And we just reached level 32, 40K, 80K.
Yeah, we're in the next, we're going up. It is up 20 hands. Upper left of your screen, you see the info there, see the level, how many hands every 20 blinds do go up. And this is, again, too close to call. Dingbao kind of running away a bit, though. 8 million in chips right now. So he is very, very healthy and in control. And again, sort of that seat selection, having that slight chip lead to start, got to go direct left to these players, does make a difference, does help. And he has shown us how he is orchestrating that to his advantage as he is chipped up and playing a really strong brand today. Jack 6, ace 10, too much hand here. Juan certainly not checking this back. Be curious if he induces or just jams. What's he got? 15 blinds. Yeah. 15,
yeah, he's 16. I thought Ding could be putting more pressure into Juan's stack, but maybe this limp means a lot of respect to Juan. Juan going for the 3x. And this should be it, right? I mean, I don't see Ding limp calling Jack 6. So I would prefer more to jam or open raise from Ding, considering he's the chip leader. But he went for the limp fold. And this could be another hand for Ding. I don't know if Juan is going to 3-bet jam this 10-9 suited. Could be it. Let's see. I think it's a pretty standard 3-bet jam here against the chip leader range. Okay. No space for 3-bet shove. That's a really nice move from Ding.
Again, just another thing where you kind of find yourself, these are spots that look obvious, but they're not at all. And many people don't take, but just an outside of the box thinking, okay, I have a good hand. I can even maybe get a slightly better hand to fold. There's some equity hands, some pairs to fold. And as played, just really nice. Showing us a different way, picks up 190K into a stack, doesn't give a person a chance to make a nice play against him, and neutralizes that opportunity. So again, Ding now at 8 million, and he's got himself a really, really nice game going here. And actually almost the same spot. Ace 9 off.
Yep.
900K for Yuri against 1.1, 1.4. And does he do it again? He's risking what he's risking to pick up 200. Also takes away maybe some equity from some low pairs. And those three guys all don't want to be the one to click it in. And Space in the same sort of territory. He's not too far ahead of Juan at 1.7. So again, it's so rare, Steve, that we see someone run away on the GG Million, where they actually get to like do that, where they start shoving and people get really short. And he does just kind of have the perfect concoction of the seat with the other stack short behind, and King Jack off here also where he's going to be playing. Let's see if, I don't think, what's 8.2, 1.8 for Space. He is going to put on a show. It's like the card game in the cash game room. He is trying to win all the hands in a row. And this is actually, he's got a chance here. King, Jack, Ace, Queen. Yep. That's a jack. Now Renton needs help. There is a 2 pair, but makes a straight. So he needs a king or a jack, or Tony is going to double up. And that would have been too much. The board does pair, and ding with the little reality check. There's the number 2 and 3 all-time moneyless China battling, and Tony going to come out ahead. What a dramatic run out that was.
That's my pick, man. That's my pick. Mr. Tony Lin double up. That was a tough one. It was the 3rd time in a row that Ding was jamming. And if he will win that hand, he will have more than 50% of the chips in play. So that's a nice stop for Ding right now. And let's see Tony coming back. Let's see what Jesse does here with the ace-3. We've seen him folding same hand in the same spot before. But now he can do something. No, he went for the fall as well.
Yeah,
still 7 players left.
Want to also send the invite all the players at the final table too, if they are interested in being on the for commentary, please reach out. Some of these players I know, some I don't speak with directly, but again, world-class players. Some of these guys we've seen so many times that battle here and love to have on. And Juan Pardo as well. Steve, I don't have his direct contact, but if you could let him know if these guys are tricky though. A lot of these players, you invite them on the show, they might be at the final table. So you got to have like a backup to the player because they're here frequently. So that makes it a little trickier, but I would love to have that. And please reach out, let Juan Pardo know. Love to have him on. Has he done it with you? Has he been on? Has he done any commentary stuff with you?
That's what I'm going to tell you. To be fair, he doesn't really like the cameras at all. So if he hasn't been with me, he won't be here because his English is improving so far. So first of all, he needs to come with me. And I think that he will never come because he's not very used to the cameras and he doesn't like it. So I don't expect him to be in the commentary section anytime. I think Adrian Mateos is more for that right now. I think he's doing a lot of improvements over there. So maybe you can invite him at some point. I don't know.
Yeah. There's some stuff with different sponsors and who can do what and where. But also Adrian also has been, I want to say, I'll be honest, did Adrian, I'm actually, because he's been on my podcast, I think he did. Let me see. I think he was on.
Opa! All in and call again with the pocket deuces for Yuri.
Ace jack of hearts. Wow. Is this too many outs or can he get it done right away? Oh man, the board pair, queen 9, heart, ace jack, or a fade. It is it looks that like holds. A clean. That's a 4. Oh my goodness. The too many outs for Yuri. Gonna hold there. Wow. Ding had 8 million and then kind of flat. I mean, really was going to be at 10.5. Right? If he takes out Tony, or 9.5, and instead he is down to 6.2 and a couple all-ins where they were fair fights and dramatic runouts. So that was a lot of action there.
Well, too many outs, as you said, and that's the second hand that Ding Biao loses in a row. And of course, now he has to be more careful because if he loses a big pot against Jesse or Barak, he won't be the chip leader anymore. Spacey takes it down with ace king suited. And now we continue. Juan is the short stack right now, 7 out of 7. My picks are in the bottom, Jeff?
Yeah, a couple people hanging on for a thread. Our picks though, I guess so. Jesse's in there. No one took Ding to chip leader. We were kind of playing around with some of the picks and the chips and picking some country and fan favorites. But yeah, the wide open today. And also it could be a push. Definitely could be a push, right? Not a guarantee that one of us gets it done here. As Juan with Jack 10 suited, though, this is a nice spot. And again, 130 have already hit thumbs up, 1,200 watching. Appreciate all of you in the world. So many familiar and friendly faces. We got some new Spanish, Latin America in the building today, joining us, courtesy of Steve Enriquez there. And if you don't know him, you can follow him on YouTube. He has a channel. He does this in Spanish, the show each week, and does a lot of content, plays high stakes. And also you can get him on Twitter, Instagram, all the good socials, and check out. When's your next live stop, Steve? What are you playing next?
Well, actually, I'm going to Madrid next week. No, in 3 weeks for a Spanish regional event, which is Beyond Poker. Actually, it's this pink beer, which I have here, pink beer. And it's going to be a very fun live event. And after that, I'm not even sure because...
Wow. Hold that thought. I mean, this is nasty. I've seen ugly and then nasty. This is out there. I mean, ace, 10, 2 diamonds, ace, queen is got a, I mean, this is space. No wonder space hasn't, 28 final tables hasn't won. This is like, this type of setup is just ugly, nasty, and wild. I mean, what are you going to do here against Jesse, one of the chip leaders? You got ace jack, you're in the big blind, your hand's under rep. You also have trips with above the kicker to the board of the 10. I mean, your hand, you're thinking about Vegas, the Mirage. Got bad news though. The Mirage got knocked down. It got leveled recently. That is no longer around, and that could be space as well. He may be joining that wrecking ball here. Needs help. 10 could chop a 7, 10, or a jack, or else he is going to find his way to the exit ramp. This is nasty. And stacked pot ratio, the SPR, they call it, about 1 here. And Jesse is loving life here, realizing he's going to have the best hand so often.
Small bet here from space will be fine. Trying to bet it all in the river. That's it. And Jesse just has to call. I think I won't ever raise here because if you have also the queen of diamonds, you are very chill and you have probably one of the best hand, as space doesn't have ace king here anytime. So you are very comfortable just calling down and let him bluff whatever he wants to bluff.
Yeah, whatever he wants to bluff or value jam worse, which is, again, a sick cooler. Ace 9, even ace 8, ace 6, all these aces feel good. It start getting in there with, I mean, the thing about ace jack is you are against an under the gun range. So he does realize there is a world where he has some aces, but even then with the ace jack, it's like Jesse's opening ace 4 suited, ace 5 suited, ace 6 suited, these hands, right? So it's like he's even, and if he does have an ace, feeling really confident too. So this is, I think the reality sets in where space realizes there's some world where he doesn't have the best hand, but he's going to feel sick to his stomach when he gets raised here, because Jesse certainly on this board against this position, the big blind is going to go for the rest of those chips. And that is going to be curious if it's a snap call or a side call. Either way, space is going to puke.
Yep. He went for the small sizing again, but there is Jesse jamming. Space never has ace king here because he will 3-bet pre-flop as he's big blind. And now maybe he considers himself in top range, but of course he's losing to ace 10, ace queen, ace king, ace 7, ace 3, 7s, 10s. It's not that easy to call. Do you think he can fold at some point?
This is one where you kind of know your beat. It just doesn't, a lot of aces are just going to call here. I think this is one of the ones you don't want to believe it. You just don't believe it. And what bluffs? Yeah. What does Jesse do with ace 9? What does he do with, is he going to turn a flush draw, a queen, king of diamonds into a bluff? Probably not, right? So it's like, what does he have? And then you start getting in that tough realization. It's not great news at this point.
Let's see if he can find the fold. It's tough.
It's also, when you look around and you look at your path, you have to, so you fold, you make a hero fold. Okay. Now you have 600. The next shortest is Juan and Yuri, 2 of the best players in the world with over double your stack. And you're asking to make your hero fold with the off chance you get bluffed or somehow you fold when you have the same hand. What if he has ace jack too, right? He could have ace jack. He could play it that way. That's I think what he's crossing his mind. What does he do with ace jack? Does he just call? Does he raise? And I think that might be also part of the problem, is like an ace jack as well. We saw earlier, there's 3 hands with ace jack, or the ace jack showdown. That's also in the equation of possibility with a chop that would be a disaster to fold. So I don't know. I think you're asking too much to fold this. And, also you got to, again, we saw Juan make a hero fold correctly. but you get in the business of making hero folds, it can really be costly, even if it's right. So I don't know, man. What do you think, audience? I think he's going to ultimately, I don't know, man. They say think long, think wrong. To be fair, it's such a hero fold. Like he feels like he's there. He wants to do it.
Do we agree that Jesse doesn't have any bluff here, right? I mean, do you see any potential bluff like calling, jamming here? I don't think it.
No, like king, queen of diamonds or something. He's just not going to take this line, or queen, jack of diamonds. Like play it. Yeah, I think he calls. I think honestly, that's the good game space, tough hand there. I think the reality set in that they could have the same hand. Like that's also part of the math, right? Like ace jack is possible. You look up, does he have ace queen, ace king, tens? Maybe, but yeah, just too much hand gets out of the way. Gonna knock that down, and there we go. Our 7th place finisher, space 411. Gonna have to wait 28 times of a final table, no title. Gonna have to wait for another, but he did come in 9th today. Not a huge path. He had a lot of work cut out for him. He does get out of the way. Barak now dominated in the big line and gonna fold. Nice hand there, ace 4 against the chip leader. Ding just decided that's not the one to battle. He's sort of recognizing the stacks too. He's got a good stack at the moment. He's sitting in 3rd, some shorter stacks. Not try to attack the big guy out of position with the dominated hand, with the weak holding. As it turned out, he was dominated, did get out of the way, and he knows he's got a lot of work cut out for him blind on blind here. Queen 7, the computer hand, queen 7 off. That is the nickname if it's heads up. Battling here, it is heads up in this hand,
tough spot for Barak, Jeff, because he has to play very defensive here all the time. So we will see probably 100% of his range limping and trying to mix it with some traps. But I don't see him ever racing in this spot. Very intelligent again, Barak. Barak never makes a mistake, man. His game is unbelievable. It's really good, really, really good. So you are in Miami, Jeff. How's your Spanish? Any words out there?
Mais o menos. Meu esposa brasileira. That's all I got really. That she speaks.
I've done fine.
I've done like 660 days in a row at Duolingo, so I understand some. But Spanish, the words are similar, but I can speak some Portuguese and not like okay. It should be better. I say that. I got 2 little Brazilian boys. My 5-year-old speaks better than me. My 1.5, he speaks about 20 words total, so not better than me yet. But I'm learning with them. I'm getting better.
Step by step, man.
Yeah. Oh, gotta learn poker first, right? I'm taking notes first before I go learn side quests, languages, and Mandarin, and I guess AI. These neural links and things soon will all be speaking many things, right? That's the reality of it. But yeah, right now, just a little bit.
All right. We saw queens in Ding again, so hands of tonight, 100% is queens. We've seen many queens, many Lady Gagas out there tonight.
I will say that he has played well. The Brazilian Jeff, yeah. Ding has played well. Off the top of my head, he's had aces, queens, but he has battled. He hung in there, ace jack to ace jack suited, got to a river there. And wow, Yuri king jack suited. This is the shortest stack, a lot of hand. He is going to see slightly behind, but king jack suited, powerful. It looks dangerous versus king 6 and a clean flop. Turn, no sweat. A lot of sweaty cards there. Now needs a king or a jack, or we will be down to another elimination, which it does. And that is it. We're down to 5. Going to cue the giveaway soon. And good game. Yuri couldn't quite get it done today, but #1 all-time Brazilian money list and a massive profile on GG as well with over 17 million in earnings. We'll take that 6th place, 6-figure score, and we're down to 5. Ace 6 suited, queen jack. Jesse up to 5.7 pretty quietly, contending for that chip lead. He started in 3rd. He is in 2nd. Barak started in 3rd. He is in 4th? And Tony started in 4th. He is in 3rd. And Juan, who was in 5th, is in 5th. So honestly, we're kind of chalk, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, everyone in that. We had the 9th, 8th, 7th, 6 all go out in the not exact order, but out, and we are down to our remaining 5. So it is pretty much been chalk thus far today. A little bit too close to call as we see anyone up for grabs. Jesse and Ding leading the way, and we've seen some action. Ding had a chance to go runaway. We would have seen him at 9.5 if that king didn't turn.
I'm losing Jeff. I don't know if that's me or that's Jeff. Hello, Jeff? Okay, I think it's Jeff, right? Can you hear me, chat? Could be me, could be Jeff. It's Jeff. Confirm. Okay, I will take it from here. How you doing, guys? All good in the chat? I heard Jeff internet was not the best. The microphone, nah. Come back, Jeff. We miss you. Well, it's time for Jesse, who's opening here. Juan with the 9-6. He's the shortest guy right now, but he's not defending this hand. It's very, very bad hand. 10 bigs for the Spanish guy right now. Ahora puedo pasar a español, ¿eh? Hemos conquistado GG Millions. Shout out to all the Spanish guys out there. And this is a clear shot from Juan. Easy moves with Queen 10. And he will take it down. Tony's thinking about calling, but I don't think he will call with Jack 8 suited. Because if he calls and loses, his stack will go down a lot. So he needs to consider about how big is his stack right now when he folds. And he's considering it. He finally folds. And we are 5 left. 5 left. 147k guaranteed for everyone. And ace-10 for Juan. This is going to be an easy jump for him against the chip leader. I don't know if he might make it 4x. No, he just 3-bet jumps. And that's it, that's it, that's it. Still the last position for Juan Pardo, Malaka style. And now Ding and Jesse both in the mix, chip leading. First time here, and Jeff, just leave me alone, man. This is insane, eh? Extra time tonight. I love it. Ding takes down with the 3s. And this should be it with the 6s as well. And I think we have our new guest here now. What's up, man?
Coming in. I lost PC. We'll pretend that was a restroom break. Sorry about that. Just completely
It's all right, man.
cut out,
It's
man.
all right.
Technical
It's all
difficulties.
right.
I wasn't worried though. I know you got it under control, and we got ourselves a massive final table. It was too exciting. I just short circuited, knocked it off. We're back though. I think we're healthy and all good here. So did I miss anything? Still five handed?
No, a few jumps from Juan, but you didn't miss anything. And the chat is saying that you went to practice Duolingo. Is that correct?
No, I did. I have got my lesson today done already. Actually, I'm not needing to do that. My streak's intact and I'm focused here. So no, but I should double down. I think if I did like just double what I was been doing, like 10, 15 minutes a day instead of like 5 to 7, I'd be in better shape. So I gotta make the stretch here as we see 2 good hands. Barak ace-3 suited gonna run into the buzzsaw though of Juan with jacks. Not gonna be getting that through.
That's good. That's good. More chips for Juan. Come on. We need the Spanish guy on top. Actually, I've been doing a little bit better than before now with Tony busting Yuri. My horses are riding better than before, right?
Yeah, you are in a bit better shape. This is
but 6 milli for Jesse.
Jesse's cooking and Barak. Yeah, I got 8. You've got 5, right? It's actually not crazy.
We could say now it's like a 75% for you, 35% for me. Kind of.
Yeah, it's about right.
All right.
But there's also Ding. I mean, it could be a wash, right? That's the
thing. Yeah. That's
yeah.
So it should be maybe 50 for you, 35 for me, and 15 like a push. Kind of.
I think it's about right. Yeah, it seems pretty close.
Well, that's a limp from Tony, and he limp jams the king queen. Not scared. Mr. Lady Gaga. Take it down.
Yeah, putting risk in a bit there, right? He does risk with the 1.8 stacks. He's just, again, not afraid. Knows that that's a good spot. Knows Jesse's going to take a spot often, and he does. As Queen 10 suited, 9-10 suited go to a flop. Queen 10 suited was dominating, but he is out of position, and he is against the slight chip leader. So let's see if Ding takes a shot with 10 high here. He's going to go for it. Best chance to win. And it's not going to work right away, at least that's for sure. When he has the flush draw, queen high flush draw, certainly Jesse going to peel. Not 7 of spades changes nothing, but queen high in the lead. Does Ding want to go 2 barrels here? Or when he gets called on this board, he is unblocking hearts, which is what his opponent happens to have.
This bluff with no equity is always tough. And playing first versus second, I think the solution is to check it and don't make any big mistakes. And now one of each other has to bluff because none of them will think that the hands will win in the showdown. And there is Jesse bluffing. Should be it, but you never know. Let's wait for Ding. He can pull the trigger again, but the logic move will be a fold. And Jesse Lonis now is chip leader.
Yeah.
666.
Slight lead, takes it down. Annie's in there. You can see it's not big blind Annie. Is everyone Annie? A6 suited, Jack 10 suited. And Jesse is got a potential to play here. Just call. Ding. What about your defend there? He folds 8-10 off in the big blind. How wide are you going there to complete? This is something I see different strategies sort of amongst players.
Yeah, it depends against the player you're facing. I think that 10-9 should be a defend, but 10-8 probably is the first fold you're making from that range. And I don't know. Also, the call call from Jesse is like a big hand range. So maybe that 10x range is very dominated against the Jesse's call call range. So even 10-9 could be fold.
Well, pretty fair fight here. A6 suited has an over and the nut flush. He's going to come in for a big bet, putting a lot of pressure on exactly a hand like this. Jack 10, Jack queen, pocket nines, and maybe call one, or some other hands that, you know, I don't know. Ace Jack even does force the fold. Really nice execution there. A semi bluff with the nuts. Interesting if he got called, what would have happened on some rivers, but we won't know. 4 million for Tony. He is in the mix. And we are seeing a 5-handed play. A 4-handed, I'm going to announce the giveaway. We'll have the first one. Please, you don't need to put it more than once. You want to put it once plus one, okay. But if you start putting a lot, it's going to be unlikely to get picked. We don't want to be spamming. We'll have that $50 GG ticket and then a $100 GG ticket. Apologize for my computer shutting down. That was a little worrisome. Do have 4 monitors going, maybe just a little overload of things up and working, but that's never a good sign when you see the blue screen. It's worrisome. Hope it's okay. We're back and cooking. We did have a power failure a few weeks ago as well, and with the team overall in the show. That was crazy. So hey, look, there's no guarantees, man. That's something I've learned in life. Nothing is 0 or 100%. So that is anything can happen. Anyone can win. Juan Pardo, the short stack. Barak now short stack. They're still in it. No guarantees. Ding going cooking with the queen jack suited, and Jesse with the king deuce. Small blind flat. May want to go to a turn here.
Oh my goodness. Sexy move from Jesse Lonis here. I like it.
Guys are impressive, man. I guess this is one of the, he's got king deuce off. Bottom pair just decides it's good, / semi-bluffing, / thinking what Ding's range consists of, sort of suited Broadway hands or pairs. If he doesn't have a set, it's going to be hard to continue. And, you know, he just does it. And Brock showing he had relevant cards, 4-2 suited. Mystery hand time.
There we go.
Go for it with Steve with the big blind from Tony. Queen 9 suited here. Let's see who's going to compete with him, as Barak going to fold Ding on the button.
Okay. So let's see what we do. Well, now this is an easy defend preflop. Tony is playing snap, man. He loves to play snap, like Romaska last week.
Well, Queen 9 suited, backdoor diamond, straight draws, getting a small bet. Tell me, we're peeling for sure.
Just call here.
On runouts. The Queen, interesting card, brings a flush draw. It's a bit scary, but hey, 2-pair button versus big blind. You still got to feel solid, right? What do you like here? Just still kind of check call mode?
Yeah, I will never raise here with this 2-pair because it's the worst 2-pair you can have. You have to be very careful with this hand. And this 2-pair is a bluff catcher. So I will go for the check call again. And I will try to pray that the river is not a jump from Ding Biao.
Yeah, I mean, again, there are, at the moment, it looks, you're moderately okay, confident. The river, that's scary. Jack 10 was already there, so that's not a worry. The flush comes in. Also some ace 8 or king 8. There are some other 2 pairs you lose to. So it is a kind of middling. It's not a brick by any means. There are some semi bluffs that come through that you lose to, and this is definitely not a comfortable spot, and certainly going to check the side. But you're right. If you see a huge bet, oh wow, he's just going to come on and bet. We're going outside the box. Like that wasn't on my multiple choice sheet. I didn't have that there lead out here. I didn't even have it out there, but kind of nice because it in a way blocker bet, kind of value bet, kind of blocker bet. But I got to say, I got to put this one on my notepad and check this bet and lead on the river. I don't know about this.
I think it's using this as a blocking bet, but also going for like a value because probably hands like ace king, ace queen, ace 9 will never raise here. Even Jack 10 is a tough jam if you have Jack 10 being ding. So I really like the move. I never expected, but I really like it. The point is that if it's an aggressive player, he might turn some hands into a bluff, but it's never easy for Ding to turn some random hand into a bluff that has been battling the flop and the turn. So pretty interesting move from Tony here. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, too, what do you do if you're Ding and you have ace jack or ace 10 with 1 club or something like that, right? It's sort of like that's where you get put in a tough spot. We're like, wow, am I not good? Do I need a bluff? Should I bluff? Yeah. What am I repping? This is exactly a hand like that would make it really tough. And actually, you're right. It could even be get a call from a hand like ace jack with a club, right? Where you're like, okay, I block stuff. I have a good ace, but what bluffs does Tony have? That's the thing. What is he bluffing with? So let's see. This is an excellent mystery hand, and I love the selection today. This one has got me spinning. Really cool hand.
Let's see what Ding does here. Maybe a hand like ace 10 with the ace of clubs, ace jack with the ace of clubs could be turned into a bluff here because you understand that your ace is not winning, but I don't know, man. This is gonna be wild.
Now let me ask you, if he does raise or jam, does Tony? What does he do? Then we got time bank situation. We got chess going now, but I just I mean I don't know. It's just an exciting hand. I love the lead though. Yeah, because I guess it's like what if he checks and Ding like over bets or puts him in there or bets like 2.5. So here he's like maybe he would fold, right? We'll see. He's taking a lot of time. Also, they're both number 2 and 3 in China, all-time money list live, a lot of history. They know each other, a little bit of a dynamic. Sometimes friends battle. Sometimes they play, I don't want to say soft, but you know what I mean? Like they go for each other. Are they targeting each other? He does call. Ace 9 has the better 2 pair with the club. And I think that makes sense. I would just call, right, that hand, because raising, you don't feel like you need to turn into a bluff. But that could have been worse. Maybe he would bet bigger if Tony didn't do that. That would have been very interesting.
He was thinking about turning the hand into a bluff, but when you have that 2 pair, you don't really need to do that. But maybe if he will have ace 10 or ace jack with the ace of clubs, he will turn it into a bluff. But with the 2 pair, I think that's the right play. Very interesting hand, Jeff. I really love it.
Yeah, I want to talk to some of my inner circle of tournament crushers on that. Plug it in, talk about it, think about it. That's one I would be very curious on, and I think you're going to get some different answers from different people. But again, the problem I will say with asking your peer group or talking about hands is like there is such a dynamic, and it matters, right? Like is there 9 left? Is there 5 left? Is it early in the tournament, final table? How well do they know each other? What are the other stack sizes? So it's really important to get all the info when you talk and look at a hand with some players that you respect, because you're going to get different answers for different times. And again, poker's beautiful. Poker's like a box of chocolates, just like that Forrest Gump quote. You just don't always know what mood someone's in, what you're going to get on that day, that spot. And it's always a little different. But anyway, very interesting hand. And Tony's still in the mix with 5 left and a pocket 8 open here.
Well, this is going to be fold. And let's see what Ding does with the ace 8 in the big blind. Yes, he's tanking. I don't know why, but he might just go for some water. Interesting hand. I think he can. Opa! Snap call from Tony.
It's snapped off. 8s to ace 8 off. As we see 8's commanding spot after the turn. It needs that 6.82% river. Not going to get that miracle ace in a whole new game now. Tony with 4 million and Ding at 5.3. Jesse is your chip leader, and it is wide open. This is action galore.
Back to business, baby. I'm back. Tony now is third, and Jesse Lonis is the new big chip leader. 7s for him. Let's see what Juan does with the Jack 8 suited here. This is a must defend hand. I don't know if he might 3-bet jam at some point. He chooses to defend passive. And he connects the jack, but it's not a clean connection. Eh? It's always tough to hit the jack with the 3 diamonds.
He said, that's a quote which Brock's talking about. He said, ICM is for poor people. That is an unbelievable quote. I don't know if that was from Tony specifically or someone said that, but that is just an amazing.
I think, no, Nacho Barbero, the Argentinian guy. Nacho Barbero said that.
Yeah. Nacho's a legend. He watches a fair amount. He's been a guest on the show, podcast guest, plays the highest stakes. Legend. Always love hearing Nacho anecdotes, and that's funny. I know I've heard that before. I don't know who said it, but if he is the one who actually got credit for saying that, that's pretty amazing. It does. That is really something. All right, 7 on the river. Jack 8 actually does now lose, and 1 is as played. I think Jesse's going to feel pretty good. Although the straights flushes out there, not a lot of chips put in, and kind of a miracle river here.
Very unlucky with this river, but well, yeah, he goes for the 2x spot, jamming. I don't think Juan. At some point he might think about it, but I don't think he will call. Nah.
Yeah. It was, again, creative bet though, right? Just sort of polarizing, bluffing or not. You put a hand where you don't have the nuts, but you effectively have it as played. So it's kind of interesting in that 7. What changes? What hand would make him then jam? There's not many that change like that, and it happened to be 7s where he felt that was enough to just go for full 2x pot. But anyway, ace jack a6, just call. Ace a jack versus a6, ace 9-5 flop.
This is gonna be a good one for Tony. Now after the check back, he might go for two bets of value. There's the first one, 3.5 bigs. And now you have an easy call being Ding. When you check back this flop, you just want to play calls. And this is a clean value from Tony. I think he will go big. There it is. 80%. And snap call.
I mean, it's just such a nice hand there. And just on that run out too, he's got a jack of diamonds, which is like, there's bluffs that miss with that card, kind of block, like unblock. It's beautiful. And he got it against a hand he targeted, and it puts him in second place, but a really nicely executed hand all around, and sizing as well. You got it right. Went big, got paid, and a big hand now for Tony on blind. Going to just go ahead and 3.5, not mess around with Jesse. He is cooking. Tony is cooking. For someone is very likely to get a first-time title. Ding, Jesse, or Tony, that would be the case. If Juan or Brock win, that would be repeat. And that is not going to work either here. Jesse just poking around. It's a lot of highlight reel. I might have to make a YouTube highlight, not just with the knockouts today. There are so many epic hands.
Jeez.
There's another one. And
thank you, bro.
Chip lead.
Man,
slight chip lead now.
New chip leader, and well, Tony is not afraid. He wants to play against everybody. That hand most of the times could be played as a limp, but he chose the 3.5x and he went for it. He didn't care about playing against the chip leader. So Tony Lin is coming for the victory. Be careful, Jeff.
I'm slightly worried now. It's actually very fair, right? We have 7 and 1.5 and 6.5 and 1.1. So it's 7.6 to 8.6. Very tight. 4 out of the 5 we have picked remaining right now, and it is anyone's game. Ace king versus 3s here. Interesting.
No respect, rich people. Oh my goodness, be careful. I think he's not folding. He might call it with the threes.
Yeah, this seems this 60 blinds plus 65 blinds. I think you do, but he says
This
tilts.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
He calls. Yeah. Other guy will maybe fold these threes, but I don't. I know Tony, and he doesn't like to fold at all.
Yeah.
What a
he
legend.
has no spade, and as turns out, though, he's going to get a clean turn with now the best hand. And actually, it goes from being a little bit uncomfortable to sort of realizing like you're doing okay against ace king, ace queen, ace jack. You check still, makes sense. Their hands you're losing to. And Jesse's going to play a little tricky pot control, delayed c bet. Does just check. Let's see if Jesse, okay, does slow it down. And now, I mean, Tony, again, threes, scary board almost always when you have threes and don't make a set. But now as it played, he may just get to show this down and take himself to about 8 million.
Let's see if Tony goes for a blocking bet here. Trying to also do a, yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. And he extracts more value from Jesse. Oh my goodness, 8 million for Mr. Lady Gaga. That's crazy, man. He had 1.6 milli like 5 minutes ago. Now he goes for the raise with the king 10 and Jesse calls with the ace 9 suited. Barak and Juan, they are just watching what happens around because they are fighting and they cannot do much stuff. One folding that king 6. And nobody hits. Let's see what Tony does here with the king 10. Blocking most of the queens of the range of Jesse. Nobody bets, and the 5 comes in the turn, and probably Tony can bet kind of half pot right now. Going big, but I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah,
Against
400 something would be nice, and that could do a hand like this, ace high to fold. Let's see if he does just check, though. He does it. It doesn't need to. He's got a decent hand here. Also, again, the chip leader 1 and 2 don't need to just start flicking chips in. He realizes Jesse's going to pot control stuff too. So now king high on the river, check though. Does he have the best hand? Does he realize? Probably not. And it's kind of a weird one though, right? To just bluff now against ace high. I don't think
after 2 checks, you don't represent too much.
Yeah,
I thought that he would bet the turn, but once he didn't bet the turn, I don't think he can bet the river because you don't rep as shit. And Jesse going for big value right now, targeting probably ace highs and I don't know, maybe eights, but would be a top one. And
eights
Tony's thinking about it, eh?
turn.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. He wants to be a hero. I need a hero. Oh, Jack 10, huh? He's trying to find out.
Well, Jack 10, he has a 10. A little less likely that's the case. Snap cam's made for him. Yeah, we'd love to see a little insight into Tony at where he's playing. I wonder if he's on his computer all dialed in or if he's on his couch and just lounging or what he's got going on. But today, this is going to be, again, a winner. We got a big heads up match coming, about 85,000 between first and second. Pay jumps lower left. You can see who got what. Also, already big names have exited, and we still have some huge names left. And it is, again, too close to call. You can guess who's going to win. We got 1,500 watching. Welcome, everyone. Let us know in the world where you're watching from. I know we have a Spanish audience. We got some new people here today. Steve Enriquez joins us, who does do the GGMillion for Spanish, and he does that almost every week, I believe, too. You follow along with that, and he's on there, and you can give him a follow on YouTube as well as the other socials. And where's it's on your channel, right? Correct, on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, they can find it in Spanish. Of course, having you as a guest would be an incredible stuff, but I know your Spanish is still not as good at that, but one day you will come to the Spanish show.
For sure. Yeah, Portuguese. If I get good with that, that would be, I think that's possible, but right now we're a ways away as we're working, and so is Tony on a win. He has got himself a nice situation again. Barak getting short, defending, just completely missing. Hello from the Netherlands. Yeah, we got a Texas international. That's what I love about the show. The players are international. We got people from all over the world, and we got the audience all over the world. We're gonna have interesting giveaways for you guys. This is season 1 of 2025, episode 4, and we'll be broken into 2 parts this year. And we got big giveaways for you, not just the $50 and $100 ticket. Gonna cue that up in a sec. I see also on Twitter, got you guys the giveaway going. Jeff Gross Poker. You can go there, see the tweet for today. Guess who wins? Hit the retweet. Gonna announce that. We already got a bunch of people engaged in that. Appreciate that. $50 cash. That's cash, not a GG ticket. That'll be if you're anywhere in the world, I'll get you that money. So good luck. And the tickets, if you aren't able to play GG poker, you can always give it away or share it, or whatever. You win it and your friend has it, tell them you'll give them half or gift it to them or whatever. So even if you are in the US or a place you can't play on GG poker, there is a way to still win the ticket. Gift it to someone who has an account, and yeah, either give it or share, maybe 50-50, or give them a 20 free roll, something. As we see Queen Jack shove it in. Tony Lynn, your chip leader, 8.7 million, almost 50% more than Jesse. He really has attacked from his 4th place. He had that dramatic all in though versus Ding, right? King Jack Ace Queen was ahead slightly, needed it to improve after the flop, did that, and Ding now in 3rd.
Let's see what Juan does here. It's gonna be a tough one, but I'm afraid of this one. Eh?
Yeah, Ding folded 5s.
I'm afraid of this one. I think he will push it. No, oof. Phew. Come on, nice save. 4x here from Tony, using his big stack. And let's see if Jesse defends this one with position. Nope, he prefers to let Tony explode the money jumps, because now Barak Wisbrod has, as you can see, 5 blinds. So he's in the spotlight. This is gonna be a nice hand for Juan. Now it's 3x Barak's stack, so that's good because it's a nice pay jump if you finish 4th instead of 5th. And Tony now has to open very wide, so this should be a must raise for him. Considering Barak has that small stack, I really like raising this one.
Yeah, really nice to pick that up. Those pots matter. The momentum matters. Get some light ones in. People play back then when you have hands. You also just really handcuff people. Jack 3 off, 2 wide, 9 million though. Going to get out of the way. Barak super short. This is uncharacteristic for him too. Just sort of how the chips played out, spots played out. He ended up getting crazy short, but he is now with 5 left in critical condition. 6-7 off. Going to try to sneak one through. Sort of the same principle, realizing that Juan isn't incentivized to get out of line here. Ding just calling with King Queen suited.
Yes, he went for this big raise with 7-6 offsuit. Let's see if he can bluff it off. Opa. Easy.
Powerful.
Easy. This is gonna be a walk. No doubts. No doubts at all.
Yeah, it's nice result with Tony picking up with air, getting a walk. He had a real hand that time, but he is in a really nice position here now. 9-5 off, King 7 suited. Again, the 1 and 2 powerful positions. A little different here to just lean on Jesse, right? Like where he doesn't want to. They have a bunch of chips. I don't. This isn't like a fist pound. Just go for it. But he does actually attack 3x here. Jesse going to call with King 7, and this is pretty big hand in a flop for both players here.
Let's see what Tony does. I think c-betting here should be fine. And Jesse should play call all the time because it's 1st versus 2nd. I don't see Jesse raising here.
This is a nice card for Tony. He all of a sudden picks up a straight draw with a weak top pair. No club arrives. He is going to start with a check. And I guess, Jesse has played king high, get checked too. You have that flush draw, 2 million in the middle. You're in 2nd. Do you start betting or not? I guess not. I don't see a bet making sense as the river comes out, and Tony actually has a winner here. Maybe the same thing, kind of a smaller bet. He's got a weak top pair, could get called by some things, and also blocks 5-6, ace 5, check back on the turn. He's going to feel better about his hand, but could block, could check. Think he's got to bet something.
Let's see. He goes for half pot, and I think Jesse might bluff catch this one. Yeah, snap, snap. Oh my goodness. That's 11 million for Tony Lin.
Yeah, Jesse even given him his respect on that hand. He said, nicely done. Orchestrates himself a very interesting hand. And A7 suited now. Tony going to get to just pick this up. Jack deuce off. Barak been patient. Does he want to roll the dice with extra money in the middle and his chips out there with Jack deuce off, or do you wait for a little better spot, especially when you get flatted here? This is sort of not the hand you want to go three-way isolated with. So he gets out of the way. He's going to go through the blinds yet again.
Pues ahora mismo. Oh, sorry. I was going to speak in Spanish, man. Oh my goodness. I think I was going to say that Barak has a very tough situation right now, and he has like nothing to do. I mean, I think he was gonna use that Jack deuce offsuit, but once Jesse called, he couldn't do anything. So he's blinding out. 2 bigs for him right now. Bad situation for him. He will be folding. Do you think he might get a ladder at some point if someone tries to, I don't know, apply a lot of pressure to Juan?
Well, here you go, though. This is one of the exact spots where like Ding can shove, and Juan, this is like a potential where that can happen. It's not fun to be in a spot where you're literally laddering, but this is maybe going to be interesting. Juan, yeah, with sevens here.
No idea what to do here with the sevens, being honest. Can he just call? Fold? It's a... That call card from Ding.
He's gonna, if he shoves, he gets folds from Jesse probably a lot, enough at least, right? That he's just opening wide. Ding looks strong though. Does he think he can fade the Ding flat there? He might be worried that he can flat like 8s or 9s or something. So I don't know, maybe. But then if you call, you're just set mining. It's sort of wild. Like this is a tricky spot too. Love to see this one. Look at it. I really don't know. It also depends a little how much you value the ladder.
The side thing is even bigger, so I think he will fold. Even
I don't think he can fold though. Like he's so short. He's calling 150 to win like $1 million, and he's, you know, or 550, 650. Yeah, I'm shocked that he folds there. Honestly.
Yeah, I know him, but he hates to fold. But I think that the sizing and the call is what it make him to fold. You know, it's a very tough hand. I have no clue what to do, to be honest. Luckily, I was not there playing, Jeff.
It's interesting. I would not, I'll be honest, that's not one I would think that just calling, even for the fact that you call and you're gonna have to fold almost always, that's just that chance to hit like a great, you know, you flop a set like 8.5 to 1 or something, but just that much money in the middle and you're already, you know, you're pretty short, right? Besides Brock. Now the problem is when it comes like whatever, right? It's like a weird one where it's like 4-4-5 or something, and you're like, and then you start guessing or you get talked in. I would be very curious on that. Very, very curious. And again, Juan Pardo, I got to give him the default that he's going to get it right. I just wonder what his cutoff is there and what hand he decides he's just going to shove and what hand he's folding. But that was a very interesting hand, no doubt. Very interesting.
Indeed. Very tricky situation, considering Barak has less than 2 blinds. So that's one of the key aspects of the hand. And now, well, when Ding call calls Queen Jack suited and you flop the nuts, that's a easy hand to play, right? Even with the diamond in the turn. So let's see what Jesse does here with the 6.
I love the sizing as well as played. You're kind of giving your opponent a chance to freak out. Also to hero call. Maybe you do have some king, queen, or, you know, different hands that could be bluffing and give a chance to call with a pair. So there we see the 5 left. We are going to get the giveaway at 4 left. We will cue that up. Want to give you guys a reminder, hit that thumbs up and be subscribed to the channel. And then the second part will be a keyword I'll put in shortly. A lot of people, 173 already out of 1,500 hitting that. Appreciate that love on the show. Steve, again, bringing us that Latin, that Spanish flair. He does this on the GG. He does it on his channel in Spanish each week, the show. So Great to have him today as the guest. We are going to be seeing an epic FT as the deuce 3 ace deuce. Patience pays. Barak gets a great spot. Can he hold? That's a nice one. Needs the 4-5, some kind of runner. What a jack would chop. That would be dirty. Paint for a sweat. Little bit of 4-ball. It is a double and 450. Barak took it down to the absolute felt there, and he did get it in the head and hold. And let's see, can he get something going? Not with
the dream is still alive. Still alive. Juan is gonna go for the jam here. You don't want to play any other move. Of course, you are watching Barak, but you have to jam these hands. And now let's see what he gets in the big blind, because most of the time he will go for it. That's a pretty decent one. And he will be dominating again. Be careful, because Barak can go back to 1 milli.
Wow.
Jack 10 against Jack 5.
Is he going to give us a masterclass on the short, or is he going to get done here? A turn now. He could chop. This is Queens. Jacks needs to just kind of low card. The 5 isn't a scare card, though, and 9 gets a perfect run out. And hello, Barak. Welcome back. Started the day in second. He is now contending short, but 5 left is close to Juan Pardo Dominguez. And Tony with the ace 10 suited going to come out swinging. Jesse got a little out of line with Tony, kind of got snake bit there, and he is now down to 3 million, tied with Ding essentially for second. Guys, again, not afraid to play for wins. Blinds are up 71-40. Tony wants to be opening wide, folds there. Barak.
Ooh, this looks bad. Oof. Jesse is opening very, 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 very wide, and that's saving Juan of a few spots, but this open I think is very loose. I will never play this 8-9 offsuit here in the cutoff. It's a very, very, very wide range here for Jesse Lonis.
The issue for Brock is he has like no fold equity, so then he's thinking, flipping a lot. What about ace deuce, ace 3, ace 4 somehow? Okay, we have seen that Jesse's opened king 6 off. He's opened some other really modest holdings. So I think with all that considered, the ICM talk comes into play here. He is sort of in the same camp as Juan, and he ultimately does fold. So, listen, if he's going to fold 4s, which you can't blame him, the 8-9 off open does look better.
Let's see, because this is a tough spot for Juan as well. The sightseeing from Jesse is a bit bigger than 2x. And that's what Juan folds. So maybe the race with 9-8 offsuit was not that bad at all. That was, almost looks like he's a semi-genius. Having a little espresso here. Got to keep us sharp to the end of the day. I appreciate the audience today. I got to say, so many familiar faces, and we're going to have an amazing 2025. We got 2 seasons. We got big giveaways. I'm not talking tickets and stuff. I don't want to say too much, but I'm telling you, you're going to literally be like, wow, that is wild. So I'm telling you, I can go ahead and I can confidently put my stamp on that you guys are going to love what you're going to get and be a part of for these 2 seasons. And we got some cool stuff coming for you. So please stay tuned. Please stay alert. Please be active. Twitter, you can see that is available, $50 cash. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let you pick a random number too at the end of the show for I'll have you pick a number. I'll tell you what that is, and I'll have you pick it. We'll be involved for that $50 cash giveaway, and then the tickets once we get down to 4. We were almost to 4, but that would not happen with Barak not willing to go away, showing us a bit of really taking it down to the absolute felt with his stack and still being in the mix. Really be interesting if he can dig out of here. Let's see what Tony does here. I think he has a clear open race. And he adapts the raise to 2.5, which is good. Barak folding. He was dead, less than two blinds, and he's back to business. Oh, this is very bad for Juan.
Whoa. Look at these hands. Ace 10 off. And I'll tell you what, Barak, regardless, is going to get a crack at, I guess it's going to go he's going to push fold. And then ace jack going to fold. So kind of a good situation. Juan gets sort of a fake flip, would have been dominated. 10. One of the aces is gone, needs help. 9 has the clubs covered. 5 on the turn, needs a ton of help. You can see the outs there. He's putting it in. Steve's trying to pull one home, and was looked like it could have been, but that is it. The dream stops there for Juan Pardo, and now it's Tony Lynn versus the world for you. GG, well played, Juan, and we see 4 million, 3.4, 500, and 11 million, and you are a 2-to-1 plus favorite at the moment. Barak, King 8. This could be down to 3 fast.
Let's see, because now you got 2 horses, Barak and Jesse. And I got only Mr. Lady Gagas with the Lady Gagas who can knock Barak out. Let's see if the queens can hold.
That is Lady Gaga. It feels like he's undefeated with this hand. Some sweaty turns here. Spade would be so. An ace is not the case. River needs to hold and be three-handed. It is. Is that
no, man.
Barak on the river. The Lady Gagas get got. Wow.
Oh my God, man.
Wow.
He had 2 bigs, less than 2 bigs, and now he's back in the mix. He got the ladder as well. Jesus Christ. Holy man. That's crazy. Jeez. Very unlucky now, Tony. And that will be really good for me because I will be ahead of our dinner bet, but
that was important.
Yep.
Wow, the chat like that. The Atomic, what's up, brother? Good to see you all there. So many familiar faces, man. We're going for records today. We got a huge show today.
It's gonna be an interesting end of this final table. It was packed of our friends and professional players. Some legends around, and let's see if Tony Lynn can close this, or Jesse, Ding, or Barak.
Really likely gonna have a new champion. I mean, Barak has won one. The other 3 remaining have not, and Barak is down to 1.2. So if he can come back and take it down, that would be quite a tale. But that's a lot to ask. I think he's very happy even with the ladder with 4 left right now. That's for sure. Oh, giveaway time. Excuse me. Pardon me. Here, Desculpa. Let's get that giveaway going here.
That's the tribute from Jesse Lonis while you run the giveaway. Let's see if Tony can bluff this one now. If just fold. And Barak is surviving. 10 more hands is in this 35 level. 10-7 suited is a fold, and Tony Lynn gets the walk. And we continue with 4 players left. We just lost Juan Pardo, the Spanish guy, in 5th position. He took home $147,000. And we are 4 players left. This is a clear jump from Barak, and Ding Biao can bust him. Be careful, be careful. Be careful here. Let's see if Barak can spin it up again.
Well,
remember, he comes from 200K.
Ding is thinking to call or raise. Probably going to click it, I guess, would make sense. But, I mean, at the same time, I just wonder, does he click it or just call? I think about the same difference, really. I don't think he's got to worry too much about, wow, the queen arrives. Hello, we have got ourselves a potential story in the making here.
Oh, my goodness.
Keyword is
this
out.
This looks good.
GGWSOP space Steve space your GG Poker username, and we'll let that roll up for a bit down to 3, and then please don't spam. 1 time is good.
There you go. Now Barak can come to the 3rd position if he wins this one. 93% for him. He has to avoid the ace. And you got the double, Jeff.
Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. That is
crazy stuff going on, Remember,
this is, man, the myth, Barak doing it well. This is actually, he's now in 3rd. Yeah, he's in 3rd, half of 2nd, but he's in there, and we see everyone. And again, please don't spam, everyone. That's what we like doing giveaways. Don't need everyone to spam. Do need to hit the thumbs up. Do need to be subscribed to be eligible. And the tweet, I'm gonna let my man Steve Enriquez choose a number, and I will do that live on the show as well. Wow. What we've had it all. We've had it all. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't we have Barak come from one blind?
Let's see. Jesse Lon is now raising this 8-3 suited. No respect. Playing very wide ranges. And that should be it, right? Now Ding Biao is the last. Remember, he started as a chip leader today. But now he can take it all. Sixes for Jesse.
Ooh, I mean, this is a attractive jam in a way, right? The fives. Let's see if he thinks about this because Jesse is opening wide. He does have fold equity. It is four-handed. He expects to get folds a lot, but at the same time, folding's not crazy either.
Considering Jesse is raising Tony's blind, you might fold these fives sometimes. But also, we've seen that Jesse Lonis is opening a very wide range. So
it's just he's got fold equity. It was different than the fours before. And this is actually, though, the crazy part here is Jesse, although it is four-handed, it is sixes. I think that's the thing. Jesse's aware that he's aware. Okay, wow. I mean, that's the wild part. Actually, that's one of the other things. There is a chance. Not many hands better pairs.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. 3 million for Barak Wisbrod right now. And he's approaching Jesse Lonis' stack, Ding Biao, with a hand that he will go in. And that's it. That's it. Level 36 coming in 5 hands. It's been a very fun final table. I love it. I love it. Jack 10 for Jesse. Let's see how he plays. Now he got more chips than Barak. 3 X-rays. Not sure if he will defend the 9-7. No. Top range for Tony Lin. And that should be it, right? I don't know if Jesse can 3-bet this one, but you don't want to 3-bet fold the chip leader in this ICM situation too much. So, yeah. He shows the hand. I love it. I love it.
I love that GG's got the store now. They actually a store you can go
Yep.
to. Pretty cool gear, really comfortable, and that is been flashing at the lower left. I like rocking the GG gear. It's such a great name. I love GG. It's really impressive that it's dominating the market now. I don't even know if other sites really are running. I mean, I remember when I used to play and when GG kind of just came out of nowhere, but now it's got a dominant hold on the poker online. So hopefully it comes in the US in a big way. I know that's hopefully the plan, that where obviously GG bought the WSOP for 500 million, closed August 1st. And that is part of our key word today. GG WSOP space Steve space your
Kingos
username, and there it is. Kings for Ding.
No action.
Very close to a runaway train. That King Jack versus Ace Queen outflop Tony all in pre. Tony turned the king to make 2 pair for Ding, but made the straight and then held, and that was sort of a couple hands didn't go his way, and all of a sudden he's in 4-4. It's wild, right? To be.
We continue here with the King 5. What a flop for Jesse Lonis. 3 10s for him. This is gonna be it. Oh, that's the card Jesse Lonis was looking for. Full house for him.
Yeah, look at Tony though. Just he knows when to push, he knows when to protect, he knows when to pot control. He doesn't get ahead of himself. Just turns this into a check call, catch some bluffs, and now Jesse. I wonder if he's going to check again or go for a big size. Okay, or option C, small bet. I don't know. I don't know if I love that, but I guess I don't know. I guess betting something makes sense. So maybe you just don't think he has anything, right? If he has a jack, he's going to call, or ace high hero you. If somehow you hit ace queen, he's going to raise you. So I guess that probably makes the most sense after thinking about it for another second. But wow, Tony gets off cheap there.
I think he was targeting ace highs or something like that, because other ways he would go bigger. And now Tony Lin jamming pocket threes, using his stack, abusing the table. 4 players left, fighting for almost 400k, 390,000 on top. and they have guaranteed 188k. Tilt. He can't stop talking even by chat. It's insane.
Yeah,
Always talking, Tony Lin. Jack, Jack, Jack. This flop is always good for the aggressor. So that should be it in the flop for Barak. And it is. And it is. Pocket nines, ace nine. Let's see. This could be fun. Huh? This could be fun.
This could be problem, but I guess Jesse gonna wow. So he goes big here. This is actually, yeah, this is interesting for Jesse. It's not a hand you particularly love to flat, but you can't fold, and then raising seems out of line. So I guess call is best, but you also can talk yourself into some weird spots here, right? Because ace nine, when you call, you're not going to hit a lot, and you think you just have the best hand. So it could be some heroing. That 10 is a overcard, but Tony decides good enough to bet. And I think if you have ace nine, your hand's still good, right? In a lot of ways, like you're just going to be ahead in a lot of spots. So he's not going to. Would think he would not fold there, but hey, he got out of the way. Interesting hand. Also, very interesting spot there. And again, Jesse does well to kind of recognize that he didn't have the best hand, because there's going to be bluffs there. Tony is going to be going to come with some bluffs. So again, people that make really, you got to go post flop. You got to make tough decisions, and making the right call again is Jesse.
Well, there's Barak with the ace-5. Let's see what he does facing a cheap lead raise from the bottom. He might jam it. He might 3-bet fold it. He has all the buttons here. Epa, that's a 3-bet jam, and that should be it. It's crazy to see Barak with more than 3 million. It's insane, eh? Remember when he had 160k with that Jack Deuce offsuit that he had to fold? And he's back to business. I love poker, man. I love poker.
It is an awesome game. Yeah, it'd be fun to see him heads up if he can battle back. He's right there, 3 million. Jesse's got 4.8. Jesse also had the chip lead. We've seen a kind of shared, it's bounced around a few times. We've seen different chip leaders today. Currently, Tony with more than all the chips of the other three combined, about just over that, 9.6 to 10.3 million. So he's got over 50% of chips in play, 4 left. Pay jumps lower left of your screen that is cycling through. You can see who got what. And we are already in 2 hours, 17 minutes of the show. And ace 8 now for Ding. Pretty good spot just to go ahead and rip it in. Do 7, nothing can do. Let that load up a few more minutes. When we get down to 3-handed, we will announce the winner of the 50 ticket, and then we'll start a $100 ticket. $200 in giveaways for you guys today. 150 in tickets, 50 on my Twitter, Jeff Gross Poker, from me. So thank you to you for being involved and engaged. Didn't even put the wording for the giveaway, just telling those watching today that is what you need to do, and I will pick it. And we have got ourselves another situation, blind on blind. Tony limps this one, king 7 off.
Laying the limps here. I think I would love to raise a lot of the range from Tony's here, but playing some limps against Jesse must be nice because you have to mix it. And Jesse is very aggressive, so you have to respect that. Let's see what does Jesse now with the 9. He might feel that he has to protect the 9, but he's tough with 2 draws out there and Jack 10 in the board as well. But he goes for the three bigs in the 400k pot. Opa! That's an interesting call, huh? Double gut shot, king high, no hit, and the 9 take hits down.
Yeah, maybe some hearts, bluffs, maybe some other shots at it, but he just decides that that's enough, and he does show it down. And Jesse gets an important pot, and he has a nice hand here with 7s. And
I think Tony will be thinking about the raise, Jeff. After losing that hand against 9-3 offsuit, is like, I should raise that hand, but you never know. You never know. Right, what are your plans for 25, Jeff? You playing some events soon?
Play the May WSOP, go back out again, of course. The
Mhm.
gotta be out there battling a bit, but the Bahamas and the live WSOP Bahamas and the WSOP, those are two for sure. And other than that, not sure about tournaments, but cash games still play fair amount. You know, I get to play here and I enjoy playing. I just don't play quite as much. Got two young kids, and then do this weekly, do my podcast, and you know, tournaments are a little harder with young kids, but I
Yeah.
love to play when I can. As the jack turns and actually does get the kind of fake flip, wins a small pot there for Tony. But yeah, not a ton of travel for tournaments as of now. What about you?
Well, I think I will be playing online. I'm trying to do like a 2-3 days live streaming, as we do on Thursdays, on Tuesdays the GG Millions, but always Mondays and Sundays or Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm always trying to play with my audience in here in Twitch and YouTube. So if the audience likes the gameplays, feel free to follow my channel and enjoy some Spanish music and funny poker.
Yes, we'll do that, and got to see if Jesse can improve here. Otherwise, Ding is going to be back to 3 million, and we are going to have ourselves quite a battle for the stacks here with 3, 3, and 3. Kind of how they started, wasn't it? Didn't Barak, if I'm not mistaken, to start the day exact stack? I got to know, but they were. It was like 4.2, 4.2, 3.6 to 3. So it's sort of they're right where they were, and then Tony did start the day with 1.9 chips, so 2 million. So he's 5x the stack. Ding and Jesse and Barak are all sort of similar where they started. I think Jesse had 3.6. Jesse's like exactly where he started the day with 4 left. Barak and Ding have chipped down slightly, and 5x stack Tony. That's how it's shaken out today. And as we say, we you know, someone's gonna get it done. Someone has to get it done. Tony is the favorite currently, but things can change very quickly.
Well, now that 3 players are in 3 milli, Tony should be pushing a lot and putting a lot of pressure out there to the rest of the guys. But let's see, because Jesse loves to be in the spotlight and receive the pressure, and he's not folding the gut shot. Let's see if he can turn it into a bluff with this deuce of diamonds after the check from Tony. No. I think it could be check. You don't really want to bet here, being Tony, because it's tough to extract some value from Jesse. And I don't think Jesse will turn his hand into a bluff now. Another blocking bet. We've seen this many times from Tony. Max value. The milkman.
That is this guy. This guy is he reminds me of poker in like the Humberto Brenes, the days back when the characters and the WSOP and people, you know, everyone kind of had the poker brat and the shark and the thing. He's an animated guy, and just like that's what I think poker's been missing, is sort of some characters and people that are chatting and having fun, because that is a refreshing sight to see him at the table. I'll tell you what though, he is not going to like this right now with the ace king suited at 9-5 of hearts. He's just going to have to get out of the way though. He's really got them all. It's exactly 3 stacks the same versus his big stack here. And Barak, a good enough hand to non-3 bet all in, ace king suited, maybe ace king off. He would play it differently, but ace king suited, he's going to go ahead and up it and try to induce. Although 9-5 suited would be ambitious.
I love Tony. He was chatting to Jesse and he said, "Calling me with Jack high, no future." What a legend.
He is. He's got all the sayings. He's got it all working here. No one here with the king high, 4-handed. No one with a great hand. Queen 8 off, gonna fold. Interesting. Guess that's. Yeah, he still realizes he can't just open any 2. It's a little different situation with players around 20 bigs.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. 400 right now. Ding Biao was the chip leader almost all the time, and now he's facing a tough moment because he's down to the 3rd position, close to 4th. This is an easy race for Barak. I don't know if he may think about jamming. No, he's just racing. And that's it. 2nd position now for Barak Wisbrod. 4 million points.
This would be special. He is officially in it, way in the mix, way in the potential and favorite to be heads up as the chip stack stand. He is got a road ahead as Tony has over 10 million. And Jesse here with the ace-6. See how he wants to play this.
Tony keeps limping. Yeah. This hand could be a jam from Tony as well, but he keeps playing limps. Let's see if he does anything with this ace-8. He folded, very respectful to Ding. And let's see what Jesse does. A lot of respect to Ding here. What a flop for the King Deuce of Hearts. Let's see if Barak can play some donks here. No, not leading the turn. The flop, sorry. And that's the deuce. Now he can play some leads. I think I like it. As Ding won't have many 3x. One third is fine. There you go. I like this bet. I really like it. Wow. He takes us down. Semi-bluffing.
Yeah, Brock is officially really cooking here. He's got 4.5. Jesse was on fire. He's got a little bit of a setback, but he's still fine. 3 million chips, about 19 bigs sitting in there. Ding here has 2.5, and he is getting raised. 3-5 suited, blind on blind. Gonna call, completely miss as top pair for Brock.
Completely blessed. Barak now is coming for this, eh?
He's officially in it. He is weighing. He's double second. He's almost double second.
5 million now. 5 million. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, getting there. He's got 5 million, 3 million for Jesse, 2 million. As we can see how hard it is to make hands four-handed. No one really getting premiums at the moment. Ding with a queen jack, small blind, big blind. Yeah, things slow down a little bit. As Tony is in control. In control right now, looking for his first GGMillion title. We mentioned him and Ding are 2 and 3 all time in the China money list with respectively, I believe, like 14 and 12 million earnings. As the players each are looking for their first GGMillion title. And if Brock does win, you're right, that would be one of the all-time blind chip in a chair, however you want to call it. He really did fold down. Got it in good too. Got it in good short. Got it in good short. Held. And then got moving.
Ace-3 for Ding.
Yeah, not easy to do. Want to be careful like about that short stack play.
So Tony has 0 victories.
Tony has not won a GGMillion title. Neither has Jesse. Neither has Ding. Barak has 1 title. So there's 10 total amongst the players today, with 4 of those being Juan, 3 being Yuri, and then Radoja also had 2. So that's yeah. So out of these 4, only 1 title. Shows you how hard it is to win.
Ooh, here we go. Jam and call with the ace jack suited.
We could be 3. Big moment here. Flip, pay jumps, all of it to be TBD. Ding needs to improve. That is going to lock it up. That is drawing dead. 100% on the turn. Barak 3-handed now from the chip short 1 blind stack. And Ding, who was big chip leader with like 6 left, if I'm not mistaken, had 8 million, is going to go down to his guy, Tony Lin, as we are 3-handed here with 7s for Barak. And we are shaping up to be an epic setting here, and the officially will be a new GGMillion champion. That's always rare. It's always nice when someone gets their first title here, as we will celebrate that today. in a guaranteed situation, three-handed. It's crazy when you have three big names, big players. I'm sorry, Barak has won one. I'm
no,
sorry.
yeah, Barak has won one.
Not a guaranteed new champion, and that could deny the other two when he's got his first coming from the one blind. That would be pretty insane. So we'll see. Definitely possible.
Very funny final table. I really love it, man. Let's see if Jesse now can spin it up as Barak did, but now it looks like Tony and Barak will face in the heads up unless Jesse can do anything. This Jack 10 could be bet one blind. I like it. Of course, you can check it as well, but you assume that Tony is raising almost all the X highs, so that's it. 5 milli for Barak. He's saying, come on, eh? He wants to fight. I love it. I love it. How's the chat over there? Who do you think is going to win? Let us know. Let us know in the chat. Do you think Barak can take this down after being with one blind stack? Or this will be closed by Tony?
Yeah, let us know. 1, 2, or 3. We'll go in order of chip stack. 1 for Tony, 2 for Barak, 3 for Jesse right now. Let's see who you got. It is a big lead for Tony, but it is two very talented players behind him. So very much so in anyone's game. Excuse me, Jesse is down though to 12 blinds. So he's going to call here 10 jack. King 8 off, actually the best hand. But again, calling here, completing, call 200 to win 1.3 million. It's just dicey as Jack 10 actually is get a complete whiff here on this board.
Let's see. But this looks very good for Mr. Lady Gaga. He decides to check back. And there is the 8. Straight for Tony. Can Jesse bluff? I mean, he's calling in the small line, so his range is very capped. Doesn't make a lot of sense to bluff here. If he will be big blind, yes, but not in the small line. 2 times the pot, and Tony takes it down, and 13 million for him. He's doubling the guys.
Was Barak down? Was he with 5-handed or 4? 4-handed when he was down to the shortest 5. Okay, 4.
No,
so
it was 5, right? It was Juan still over there. 5,
oh yeah, Juan was in. So 5-handed. So Juan goes out for 147. He's now guaranteed 239. So yeah, huge jump no matter what. And he's in second, so he could even, be almost doubling what he would have got, which is pretty crazy.
Oh my goodness. We continue, guys. 3 players left. It's 10 for Jesse. Less than 10 bigs. And that's it for Jesse.
Yeah, this is I mean, Tony's chipping up quietly. 13 million all of a sudden. He has sort of just extended the lead. He's getting into a dangerous gap where it is hard to overcome. Barak's still in there though. 21 and a half, 21 blinds. Jesse again getting to battle continuously blind on blind. Goes for the 6-4 suited shove 10. Nice execution there, and does get the fold. Also doesn't want to double up Jesse, but doesn't want to play passive and just decides that the 6-4 suited better to shove than to play otherwise. 7-8 suited here. 20 blinds for Barak, 7-8 suited. Kind of a weird one, right? You're not really like looking to raise fold. Shoving for 20 though, effective. Do you want to do it? No. So he does min raise, and Jesse 9-10 suited. This is a lot of hand for 10 blind stack. He also has a little bit of fold equity potentially.
I wouldn't mind jamming this 8-7 suited. I think it's a nice move because if Jesse calls you, they will be still in the same stack, but you are taking a lot of chips from the second player. So I would love to jam this hand. That's it. Jesse take it down with that 10-9 suited.
Yeah, this is a good pickup here. 2.7 million now. Again, just like shorthanded, such a big difference. People who are watching tournaments and you see 9-handed, 8-handed, how you have to play. We saw that Joao Vieira with queens to ace king, gotten a flip even 9-handed button versus cutoff. Pretty brutal for him. I'm sorry, 8-handed that was at the time where he went out in 8. So, here getting a hand such as ace queen is just such a monster where 9-handed, it's you got to be a little bit careful sometimes. So here Barak, knowing he's got a big hand and does kind of merge with a shove, which is, you wouldn't think it would be so strong as ace queen, but he does not find someone with like an ace 10 or king queen suited. Does just pick it up over 4 million now. 4.3 million to be exact. 3-4 suited for Tony on the button. Jesse with the king 7, and this is a nice hand, but it is also 4 high, and you want to be weighted towards big cards. Let's see, does he want to still play or not? All right, we're going to queue up. Let me queue the $100 ticket, guys. I'm sorry about that. I will get that going. So, because we could be heads up at any moment. Giveaway. Here we go.
Let's see if Barak defends that 7-6 offsuit. Nope. Tony applying some pressure here.
Yeah, I got to see a jam, and this is could be it for Jesse. This could be all she wrote. 10 jack, ace jack, ace jack. Going to go with this, and going to be in a really good position. Of course, straights available, 10s available, spades available, diamonds are covered. Needs help. 10 jack gets the 10, and the jack has to fade now. The ace, the queen, or the king on the river. Can Jesse do it? And
that's it. He's blessed.
Is it Barak's day? He's going to come
He's
in with
blessed,
a 2-1 deficit, but that is a Jesse. Great game, brother. Well played. Good to see you on the online streets, crushing the live game as he does take third for 239. And we are heads up. A little 65K pay jump. Now we're playing for 80, 84, 85K. Wow. What a day. What a heads up. This is epic, epic, epic day. 2 big names. Barak trying to get his second title. Tony is first. And they started out 2 and 4 to start the day. So quite a epic moment. I am going to put up the giveaway for the $100 ticket.
Man, Jeff, I know this is going to be won by Barak. After this comeback, there is no chance for Tony Lin. Even if I have picked Tony Lin in our bets, but oh my God, man. What a run.
All right. Well, $100 ticket is there. Please, 1 time, 2 times max. Don't spam it. If you spam, very likely you will not win. We got the giveaways, and I don't think that I got to pick the winner. Let me put the $50. I don't know if we actually picked it, so I'll make sure we get that.
Let's go for it. Queen 7 for Tony Lin. Barak hits the 10. Now Barak is very confident after this comeback. When you reach the heads up, it's like, okay, I'm coming for this. Let's see if Tony can close this or Barak will make the epic comeback.
I got to announce the 50 as well, guys. I see you. I probably got distracted. There's so much action, but don't worry. We're going to announce both the 50 and the 100. And this is, you're right. This is for a dinner too, man. What, I'll let you pick the restaurant. You do now that you have the lead, you might go a little higher end. I get it, but I'll let you choose. You get to pick where the restaurant will be in Vegas, let's say, as we are going to see 2 of the best do it here. I got to say, I love it that we both have 1. This is a good sweat. This is fun. It's a good finish to the show. A record show. What a show today. Really, what a record. The 100 million in GG tournament earnings amongst players, 10 titles, fitting that we'll get a legendary finish here. All right, I'm going to announce the 50. You pick the restaurant. Take a think.
In and out. No, Wasusu.
Well, I'll take that. That was
what
fine.
about Wasusu? You like Wasusu?
I do. Yeah.
Or I don't know, some steakhouse.
You choose. You get to pick. I'll give you that. Even though you got the 2-1 almost lead, I'll let you pick the place right now.
Oh my gosh, man! This could be a bad thing for me because if I pick a big thing and then I lose, it's gonna be like Hmm. Okay, let's do Wasusu. Wasusu. I like Wasusu, and it's a nice restaurant.
All right, deal. All right, that's done. $50 ticket winner is announced. Congrats there. I put it in the above. That was Steve the Goat Slayer won it there. That is the winner. And I will. What was that? Let me see. Parts Unknown was the name on. Let me see that. Wow, that's a nice pickup for you. $50 ticket. We saw what Aziz did from Brazil with $0 for 4.6 million. Let's see what you guys can do with 50.
Barak is trying to think about a big bluff here. Let's see if he can do it. Tonelin is waiting with the queen, but if he goes for a big value, well, big bet, he might take it down, but nope. Check, and the pot is for Tony. 2-1 now.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr. Lady Gaga.
so much to play for when you're playing heads up, and again, so much experience. Both players here have played a lot. They've won tournaments live. They know how to play the stacks. So there is luck at the end of the day. Two great players battling. This having a chip lead helps a lot. You can withstand a flip. You can withstand a bit of adversity, but it is still very close to call. I mean, one double and Barak's a big chip lead, so it's really not over yet. 250K big blind. We'll see how much battle this comes in. I mean, this is. Man, I got to say the chess clock, both players healthy, both players played pretty quick. This has been quite a battle. So I got to say I don't know. I can't call it. I can't call it. I hope it gets close. I want to see Barak get close to even, have that taste for the full comeback. If it would definitely be the most impressive comeback I've witnessed on this show. And I've done a lot of shows. This would be a unreal spin up.
120K chips he had, and now he has 6 million. It's in the heads up. So that's a pretty interesting spot, because he could be busted in 5th position, and now he has guaranteed more than 300K. Well, let's see. This king is good for Tony, but with the 5 paired, he might try to control the pot at some point.
Yeah, Barak gonna probably be limping a lot here on this stack depth in general. I don't know how much min raises he's gonna play. He does actually go for open with the Jack-6 off. This is something we generally see on shorter stacks. Players do limp in, kind of balance their strength with their air, or they have a mixed strategy. Also, Tony, does he want to be min raising? Does he want to limp? So these guys are kind of min raising even on the shorter stack depth here, which is interesting as he does make top pair King 7 again. Heads up, the computer hand Queen 7 off. Hard to make a pair. Flopping top pair feels like the nuts, and it is there.
Another pot for Tony. 14.7 milli, almost 3-1. I don't know, eh? This looks like I might have dinner in Wasusu, and Jeff will invite me, but I don't know. This comeback from Barak still pisses me off, man. I think he might get it. It's very close. This is like 50-50 right now, despite of the stacks.
I don't know about that, but I will say it is looking like it's Brock's definitely not going to give it away. He's come this far. He's taken it down. He feels like he's got, it's like that Phil Lock upstuck thing where you have the chip lead and then you lose, or say a cash game, you're up, 10 grand. All of a sudden now you're only up 4 grand. You feel like the world's ending, but if you're down 10,000 and now you're only down 4,000, you feel like you're on top of the world. So I do think there's some of that energy from Barak where he's really the momentum. He feels like it's possible, anything's possible. And he knows that he's on such an epic ride right now that he can taste the victory. I do agree. I think it's not 50-50, but he's gonna give it his best and try to take the story to the next level as he gets a welcoming ace on the turn. That is a big card, just sort of one of those days. And now can go for pretty healthy bet here. He has got himself what he has to believe is the best hand, as it's check on the turn. And he has a missed spade. He has a spade as well. I think he can go really big here. 800.
I think that momentum is very important in poker, Jeff, as you mentioned. And the momentum for Barak, oh my gosh!
Goes for the full
momentum.
enchilada there. That was a big bet. And again, such recognition in that spot where Tony likely has and what he has to do that he can't really fold one of those middle or upper pairs from the flop. And he does connect there. So wow, what a hit there. We see the 550 raise. And Tony maybe just calling now, and the 10-8 out flops the ace-3 suited. So yeah, this all kind of working. We are getting closer to that even Steven situation. And there's the ace. So same thing, just reversed. Middle pair now is no longer good with a turn. And does Barak want to protect or just check? That's a little bit of a scary card. Does check. And Tony gonna pick this one up, I believe, and maybe extend a little more. He does go for also a big bet here.
Yeah, over betting.
It's almost identical pot size and situation. It was like queen 9 last time or jack 9 when the middle pair, now queen 10, middle pair, turn ace, and goes for the big bet. So this is literally like a mirror hand on the opposite. The difference, Barak folding, however.
Well, 12 milli versus 7 milli. Still ahead, Tony Lin, but Barak Wisbrod more than 30 bigs right now.
So interesting now, the limp. Usually you see it smaller in a shove. So wow, we're really getting to see the whole kit and caboodle here. We're seeing all the tricks. Got the $100 ticket working. We got a heads up battle working. We got it all for you today. Playing to a winner. Another episode, GG Millions, Tuesday, February. I'm sorry, we're not quite in February. January 28th. That will be no show next week. Good. Steve pointed that out at the start. And then we'll have a monster show. Seth Davies going to join for that February 11th. We will have a double kind of whammy where they have a week off and then a bigger show on the following week. So that's exciting. Going to have that for you guys and girls. And we will have ourselves a really, really big GG Million the next time around. But today we still have a winner to crown for the 4th title of the year in 2025 as 6 deuce suited has a flush draw. 6-7 has a pair.
Decent.
Both players interested here.
Let's see what Barak does versus this almost half-side pot bet. And he can play some races, but he chooses the call. The ace is double, and that gives more value to the 7 of Tony. So I don't know if he will go for another bet, like protecting the 7 and trying to check back on some rivers. I like it. I like it. And Barak thinking about it. I think he can call with the draw. I don't know if he can play some check races as a semi-bluff. Four minutes in the clock. He wants to do some magic. He wants to. I know him. Yes. There he goes. It's a tough spot now. I think that Tony's sizing is probably why Barak chose that race, because that small sizing smelled like this kind of hand, you know? So Barak thought that this was like a weakness bet. So I love the way he's playing. Eh? Very, very nice move from Barak. Oh my gosh.
Ace
now he's ahead.
6, 8. Yeah,
Oof,
Tony.
oof.
This is crazy. This is crazy. You are watching what could be one of the greatest comebacks in GG Million history. You are literally witnessing it. He's trying to deny Tony his first GG Million title, and he is in there with 9 million. And I will say now, officially, yes, just even though the chip stacks are, you know, it's roughly even going in this particular hand, it does feel like you got to give Barak the tip of the hat. If you were to take the GG Million odds in client, if they could put a live pricing in there, what would it be? Barak is in official cooking mode, and honestly, he's got 6-8 high. I mean, does he? Oh, I thought it felt like he was gonna go for it there. Ace 4 gets to show that down. He said, "Bring it."
Okay, that's the first hand. He doesn't go for it, but if he will go for it, he will take it down. So that's crazy. But Barak Wisbrod is on a heater right now. He's coming for this epic comeback. He was last with less than 2 blinds when we were 5 players left, and now he's here fighting for the trophy.
wild deal, wild stuff, wild day, wild game. Jack 10, ace queen, Jack 10 probably has some ill thoughts if he were to hit some bluffs, some cards, some other good turns. Could have been sneaky like an 8. Club obviously would have been interesting. And ace queen Tony, though, with top 2 and a club, this is sort of like, yeah, this is just all of it. He was greedy. He went for it. He was hoping he hooked on an ace or put out. I'm a little surprised by how big the sizing was. But again, it's heads up. If your opponent makes a pair, can get really sticky there. So he does go big bet. He did have a queen of clubs as well. So maybe that was part of his logic there, that he thought, his opponent, if he did have a pair, could hang and not want to fold. So again, sizing is so important in this game of poker, and these players seem to know what the best size is at the right time. And that's a big part of that, is putting your opponent on a hand and deducting that from what you're holding. As we see ace 4 and 8-5, 8 going to be the best hand here with a pair of 8s as the run out now. Again, Tony going to feel fairly good about this as played. We go for some blocker bet.
Let's see what Tony does. He goes for the check, and that should be it.
Yeah, back to 12-7. Okay, got a little bit crazy, but we still are witnessing a potential epic finish. But again, at the moment, Tony, it's his to win, his to lose. He's got the chip lead, and it is wide open. 5 deuce off, sees the limp. Does he want to shoot it up with the best and the worst hands? He does just check. Here's unfortunate. Both players making a pair for Barak, at least with bottom pair. And he will be continuing. Hard to make a pair. No limit hold'em. Not easy to do. Does just call and actually picks up additional outs. A 4 would make a straight. Also just can think he has the best hand here a lot of the time. That's a big bet. And Barak probably going to have to hang on here still, though, realizing he has the pair with a gut shot. Got to figure 4, 5 deuce are good. It would be the case. Does he ever want to turn a hand into a bluff? I don't think you need to do that. And the queen. So this is chip's going to go Tony's way. King 9, is it good enough to value bet? Both diamonds and hearts miss. He has a heart. Maybe good enough to target here, a bet here. Top pair, 9 kicker. And he is got the wheels spinning. He is cutting out some chips. You can hear it. He wants to bet this. There it is. Big bet. Big bet. And Barak, to be honest, Steve, not the worst hand in the world to call with. You block 4, 5. You don't have a heart or a diamond. You have a 5. I mean, this could be Cape time possible, right? You got to be willing to make some big calls and heads up poker. And he does have the properties for bluff catching, but he does ultimately just come to the right conclusion and a good fold. What it turned out, that could have been a really big separation there, as we see the $85,000 rough heads up match. Maybe it's 84K and change, but we have got ourselves a winner, no deal making, coming down to it. Ace 8 suited, 3, 4 off. Does Tony want to call? He does. He wants to see a flop, and he is going to out flop Barak, but both players are involved with this board.
Let's see what can Tony do now with this nice hand. Gut shot and bottom pair. I don't know if he might play aggressive this hand at some point.
The problem, as we see here, some of that King 9 to Ace King situation is almost reverse, right? The 3, 4, it happens to have a gut shot that would not be good. So if your opponent is betting some sort of gut shot or over, you're actually running the risk of that not being good. He is going to take aggressive action, has a slight best of it. Barak with some key cards here. I don't know if he can find a way to leave right now. This is also, though, not too much room to get cute here, right? You're kind of at a point where, you are, you're not getting to just kind of call and guess too much here. So let's see Barak thinking about what to do.
Oh my goodness!
Get snap called. This is for the whole enchilada. Ace 8, 3, 4, hits the 5. He hits the 5, makes the straight and the flush. So he needs a nut flush. He was way ahead after the turn. That was the gin card. The gut shot came through, and just don't turn off your monitor. Don't move. Don't use the restroom. This is so sick, as Tony says. And now 12 to 8 million. The chip in the chair of fam is on the way. 248 thumbs up. Appreciate everyone. 1,500 plus watching, an international group, international heads up. And we are seeing ourselves possible history as 3 is going to rip it in. Could this be right here? King 10 suited. How many blinds is this? 250K. Big blind, king 10 suited. Are we just going to see a flip for the whole cheese right now? Is it happening? No, Tony will pass and Barak will extend the lead. And Greg goes all in, running hot. The emoji 12.4 to 7 million. I mean, Steve, oh man. All right, I'm picking the winner for the 100. I got to pick the $100 winner. The Atomic can feel it. Everyone's in the chat. People are going nuts over there. Barak is putting on a show right now. Putting on a show.
I had it there, man. I had it there. My dinner was there.
3-4 off for value. Goes for it and was ahead. These boys are playing for wins.
That was a crazy move, though. I mean, they play for all the biscuits over there, and of course, Barak hit it. Man, in the beginning of the show, I told you I won Barak that heads up in Cyprus in 2023 or 22, and now he's gonna win this heads up to make me lose a dinner. I feel it. I feel it.
Wow.
What a hand, man. What a hand.
All right. I'm going to ask you.
Yep.
Right now, pick a number between 1 and 42.
I got to go for the 28.
28. All right. I'm going to pick the, 2.4 million there. Queen 6 to 10-5. And the 10-5. Gonna get that done. He is separating. So I'm gonna pick a winner on Twitter for $50 cash. Jeff Gross Poker. I put the link in for the last time. I'm gonna pick that while we're here. I'm gonna try to get number 28. Gonna figure that out. And also I got the $100 ticket loaded up here. Everyone in participated. 250 thumbs up. Steve bringing the energy. Latin America. The Spice was with us today, and we are officially watching a masterclass from Barak. But hey, look at that little king on the turn. Things change quickly. Not over yet. All right, I'm going to go ahead. 1, 2. I got to give me a second here, guys. And I'm going to pick the winner on Twitter.
Let's see how much value can extract Tony here from this king. Full house for Tony and full house for Barak. And that's it. 2-1 for Barak Wisbrod. Tony Lim fighting back, but now Barak has the momentum, has the chip leading.
All right, I'm announcing the Twitter winner, and we're gonna do the $100 second. That is, I mean, he's 13 to 6.7. It really is. It has really, really happened. Wow.
They playing fast. They know each other. They love the action. And Barak Wisbrod is ahead right now. This one looks that it's going to be for him as well. And we get a winner, yeah. That's it.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy. We got a nice possible dinner. Wow. What we've had it all. We just had it all. What else do you want? I don't know what we do. This show is going to be hard to top. We need a week off to digest this final table, and we're going to get that next week. There will be no GG Million. We'll have it in 2 weeks. Going to be over $1 million to first. We're going to have Seth Davies on with me. Can't wait for that as well. And we have got a lot to break down from today, but it's not over yet, man. I'm not counting the dinner yet. I'm not counting the chip in a chair comeback yet. It's still not over. Everyone in the chat dropping emojis, having fun. This is what I'm talking about. This is what poker is all about.
There you go. Kingos for Tony Lee.
What about Cowboys? What about a little limp? I like it. Tony's got moves. He's got moves. He gets a safe ace 5 flop. Maybe let the 6 or 8 come off, but no, he's going to probably have to bet here. Hope his opponent has a 5 or something. But could he check one time? I don't know. You got to bet, right? Because if you're going to bet anyway, the whole range. So you got to bet. And Barak is probably not interested. But look at this. Look at he gets Barak with the float. The 6-8 high float.
Crazy float. He feels like he might bluff it at some point. He can find out some weakness in Tony. This king's betting again, and that's it. 2-1 for Barak Wisbrod. Can he close this? Let's see. Level 39.
Wow. Ace-7, Jack-4. I mean, this is I just, you know, I love the thing is Tony, you got to love him, right? You got to root for him. Great guy. And it's just hard to, but just the story. You got to respect the story here. This is we have to go stat check that. You know, the biggest comeback ever at a final table. We have to take a look at that, but that's got to be right. You can't take it down further than what you did there. I don't think you can. You can't have less, right? You can't really come back more than that.
No, I mean that's one of the biggest comeback I can remember in GGMillions, for at least for the last 2 years. It's crazy. It's crazy.
To be fair, it's sort of where we started though, the heads up match, right? It's not over. It's by no means over. It just feels that way with how the momentum. He took like 120K to 13 million right now, and he now has a pretty big lead, and he is going and cooking with the 9-deuce suited. Just keeps on betting, keeps on blasting, keeps on winning pots. Tony doesn't seem to have an answer right now. King Jack 9-5, gonna need to get back into gear here. He is now getting into a separation, a pretty big lead.
King Jack for Tony. He can play limps here with this hand. He's going for the 2.2x. I would love to limp this hand many times as well.
Jack 7. All right. Tony needs to get moving if he's going to get it done quickly here. This is up to 150, 300K. No one with the big hand here. You can see in the hands upper left when the blinds go up. So we'll stay at this level for a while. And we are in for a 3-hour show at the moment. So this is definitely a healthy show. I'd say above average in terms of time length, but as expected, so many competitors here, so many world-class players going to battle, no one giving anything away, even to the point when you have someone who comes back from a big blind, that is going to be often the case. Going to take us to the max here. And you can see the chess clock down to about 2 minutes each as well.
And another pot for Barak. 3-1 right now, eh? 3-1. Ay. Lady Gaga.
It is about time. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys, we'll get a couple more minutes to pick the $100 ticket winner. And we see 6, 7, 9, 7. No one with the pair. Tony, probably a little frustrated at this point, right? Just kind of feels like it's getting away from him. He's missing flops now, and he does actually take action. He does go ahead and throw in a check raise with 7 high. It's a better hand to fold, both with not much, as 7-4 suited and 7-8 suited. He's going to limp in here. Rock with the 7-8 suited. Pretty good looking hand, heads up. Just takes the initiative and rips it in.
20 bigs. 20 bigs. That's it. Ace Jack for Tony right now. That's a premium hand. Can we just 3-bet call here instead of 3-bet jamming? Nope. Just 3-bet jamming. 2-1 for Barak.
20 bigs and a very strong hand. This is going to be upstairs and should end here. Nothing much more to talk about. Does make it $1 million. What's up, Dennis Sanchez? Good to see so many big faces and familiar faces, frequent faces here. A lot of new ones today too. Really special stream. Memorable one today for so many reasons. We'll see if Barak can stamp that with the comeback. But Tony looking for his first title, as Deuce 7 not going to get it done. Jack Deuce not loving the hand either, but he does just take it down. Bets had the best hand.
Ace 5 now. This is an interesting hand. I don't know what's gonna do Tony. Oh, open jam. Okay. Another one. Check back. Opa! Only full house. What a boat.
Wow.
What a boat. I think you just call here, right? I mean, what can you do with the boat?
Little time bank treatment. Little bit of posturing. Shout out to Beggs Clutch, one of the time bank specialists. Gives it. Oh, he raised it.
He went for the raise. He played the not expected line.
It looks crazy, but against a talented, aggressive player, sometimes you got to do that, right? Because it's like then you never would put them on that. They could have a draw, some overs, get cute, they float. And if you just call, they're going to check back so often with the wide variety. So again, it looks silly, but there is a reason and a method to the madness. And 5-6 here, this has got problems for Tony as the board is double paired, but 5-6 is a straight. Tony has king high, and I wonder if Barak would slip over to bluff catch, or if he just wants to go for it. I don't know. Value, I guess he has the best straight. He is going to bet, I guess.
Yeah, nice value. I like the sizing. Tony might call here. I think Tony can call here. We've seen calling very wide today, so I think he will call down with this king high. Hero calling.
I almost wonder if he would turn his hand into a bluff, but it's double paired, so with the king of spades, not so relevant, right? To bluff like the flush, he wouldn't make a ton of sense. But calling is a little scary too. I don't know, man. This is a tough spot. He does call. He does go for it. I guess 5x, 6x. There are bluffs, one spade hand that don't have the straight, like 5-7, 7. You know, exactly the hand that he targeted. He got paid by. Nice call. Nice bet, I should say. And Tony, can't blame him for calling. I can't blame Tony for calling there.
4-1, man. 4-1. This looks bad for me, and you almost got it. But let's see if Tony can fight it back. No chance he can play that
Not
one.
there. 4 million does look light. It looks like it's getting to be that time, but we just know it's never over. Barak, queen 6, deuce 10, and he is going to shove the queen 6. And this needs a highlight video. This needs like the full enchilada story. This is epic. This has been epic day. Probably the most exciting stream. I've done over 100, and this is the most memorable for sure, which is crazy. Similar to the most recent score for Joao. We just said he's played for his whole life. He had his biggest score in the last live cash, and you just never know. That's what's beautiful about poker. Every time it's a new game, new day, new opportunity. And today we're getting to see special stuff. And here it is, ace 4, king deuce for the historic comeback. Can Barak hold and do it to ace? Needs to fade a king or a deuce, and we will have a second-time champion. Can he do it?
No,
that's clean. That's it. Barak, the chip in the chair. He doesn't care. He does it. Golf clap all around. 2 total wins. Denies Tony his first. Came back for less than a big blind with 5 left, and he takes home $390,000 instead of $147,000. I mean, that is just wild. Tell me, Steve. Talk to me. What are your takeaways for today? What can you say? What an absolutely memorable final table.
What a comeback from Barak. He was 5th out of 5 with less than 2 blinds with a ridiculous stack, and now see, it's like a big winner. Very well deserved, and he has been playing a really incredible game. Shout out to Brent Lin as well for this huge final table. And what can I say? This final table was packed, and we really enjoyed it with Joao Vieira, Yuri, Juan Pardo. It's been an incredible ride for me.
Well, you came to the Bahamas. You mentioned they said they call you the Spanish Jeff Gross. I'll take that as a huge compliment. You're a talent. You're an amazing to have a guest on, and please, everyone, give a follow to Steve Enriquez on the socials. And again, on YouTube, he does this each week in Spanish. You can give him a follow there. You can follow him on Twitter, Instagram, and we appreciate his time. This was over 3-hour show. You guys in the chat, you guys are legends. You won some giveaways. We'll have more of that. Appreciate so many kind words, so much positivity on the show. And there's a look at the odds to win to start the day. Barak, 4.68 to 1. He did come in second. Not crazy to ask that he would win. Tony Lin, you could see he was in 4th. He did give us a run for the money. It was kind of today, some of the top stacks finished that way. There was no real surprises. The short stacks went out pretty early, and it was a very memorable final table with that comeback. And again, each week on YouTube, Jeff Gross Poker, you guys can get that highlights of the knockouts. I'm gonna have to do a special highlight on this one and show the comeback, because that is really unique and really memorable, really cool when it happens. So again, from Steve, myself, great to see you. No show next week. We will be back in 2 weeks for the GGMillion special edition gassed up prize pool with Seth Davies. What a treat that'll be. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Enjoy your week. Enjoy next week. We'll see you soon.